Week out to prophesy the downfall of this sinful kingdom, aka called America. All right, and before we hop into it, like always, we're gonna give all praises to the Most High in the true Hebrew names and in the Hebrew tongue. So Ka, Halayim, La, Yahawah, Ba'Hashem,
Yahawah, Ba'Hashem, Ha,
Rakah,
Kodash,
Ma'amah. All right, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and double honors to our elder as well, Yahawah. And shalom to you brothers and sisters pushing and keeping this truth and faith and sincerity until the end, man. All right.
Somebody can get Isaiah 51 for me and start at the top, because what you have to realize, man, this place that we in is called Babylon, man, in the scriptures. You know, that place that Revelation speaks of. They're supposed to get an ultimate judgment from Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahushai, man.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Isaiah 51.
Elevate your voice so you can be heard.
Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence you are hid.
Jeremiah 51.
Oh, Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I got it.
Go ahead, dog.
This is Isaiah 51 and 1.
Oh, Jeremiah 51, verse 1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind."
So Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahushai says he's going to send a destroying wind amidst those people that doesn't regard his people or regard his will, you know. And those are the other nations outside of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Also, 2/3 of our own people rise up against our Lord as an enemy, man. So he's going to come, you know what I'm saying, and separate the sheep from the goat. And he's already doing it spiritually right now, you know what I'm saying, and he's going to separate the one. Go ahead,
Quick interjection of our people, you know, because 2/3 of our people have risen up to be an enemy unto the Lord, man, by not turning back to the laws, commandments, and statutes, not calling upon the Lord's true name, but rather scoffing at the prophets and scoffing at this word, man. So this Micah chapter 2, verse 10, it says, Micah chapter 2, verse 8, "Even of late my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment for them that pass by securely, as men adverse from war." So our people have risen up to be an enemy unto the Lord, man. All right, by still celebrating these pagan holidays. All right, by still calling on JC, Hell Zeus, when numerous of times it was taught and was said that the Lord's name is not Hell Zeus. His name go back to the Paleo Hebrew. All right, and that this truth is only for the children of Israel, man. All right, but instead our people rather give their glory unto another nation instead of returning unto their own. Instead, our people want to be everything else, but instead of being called a child of God, man. So they have been an enemy because they of this world, man.
I got a precept, and this is exactly the reason why. This is the book of John, St. John, chapter 8, verse 44. "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." And that goes into you so-called, you know what I'm saying, you so-called Europeans, you so-called Caucasians, man, which are the Edomites of the Bible. You know, all they have been doing is spreading across the four corners of the earth they lies and hypocrisies, man. You know, in their legislations and their policies. All right, somebody can continue with that. Continue with that.
Verse 2, it says, "And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about."
And those the other heathen nations, man. They're going to be against Babylon in the end. And that's how we know the place of was Babylon, man, according to the prophecies. You know, and you seeing all these other nations rising up and hating the hard now, man, which is America. Go ahead, dog.
Is the book? Oh wait, never mind. It's gonna come.
And who is the major nation that you're seeing right now rising up against Babylon, man? Russia. And Russia is going to be equipped enough to take down Babylon coming in from the north, man. All right, Babylon, Russia's already showed like when these other nations do provocations against Russia, Russia told them straight up, man. Russia and China said, matter of fact, they're tired of America's bullying. And if America continues to bully, he say he gonna bust their head bleeding and bloody.
1.4 billion.
Right. So with that being said, you're witnessing the destruction of Babylon, man. Nobody wants to use the American dollar for the main currency anymore. So you're seeing a fluctuation in the world economy. All right, with that, all right. So that's drawing money out of America, because America is not going to have enough money to fight, man. All right. At the end of the day, they still gonna try to put up a fight, because the Most High is going to force them to fight. But at the end of the day, Babylon is going to be ultimately destroyed, man, by thermonuclear fire.
I had a preset to back you up.
Come on.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say,
and so don't think because Yahawah's going to send Russia to destroy America that Yahawah's on Russia's side. He's like, no, I'm against you too. But the Most High is showing the whole world that he ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he dictates what happens. Because at one point in time, 2 years ago, Russia was trying to play the peaceful role and didn't want to provoke any type of third world war. But now you see them flexing their muscles, saying that they're gonna escalate. They're gonna de-escalate by escalation. All right, so they're showing off their military might just as well as China's doing. All right, so now you're seeing the development of all the people. You're seeing like how in World War II it was the Allied and the Axis, or was that World War I?
World War II.
World War II, Allied and the Axis. Now you're having to see a new formation of that, because Russia and China has created their own form of NATO. All right, and they're creating their own form of currency with the IMF. All right, so now you're seeing, throw out a 2 on that, you know, so you're seeing the development of these other countries. So let the weak say that I am strong. And Russia is going to be enough just to bring forth these other countries that have been bullied by America as a driving force, and they're going to be right behind Russia, ready to destroy these places.
All right. Verse 4, it says, I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy armies, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
And you saw that starting in 2016 when Russia annexed Ukraine to get parts of Crimea. So they're developing, the Lord is developing them back into that powerhouse Soviet Union that they were back in the 80s, man. So now you're seeing the development of that. And now what you're gonna have, these other nations like the brothers reading about are gonna come under the guard, the protection of Russia.
It says, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them holding, handling swords.
And Russia's been selling a lot of nuclear weapons to these other smaller countries, man. So you're seeing that develop. You're seeing the prophecies develop right before our eyes. So if anybody that thinks that America's going to continue forever, man, they've been living up under a rock, or they're just in straight denial.
It says Persia and Ethiopia,
Persia, Iran, Africa,
and Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmets. It says Gover and all of his bands, and the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all of his bands, and many people with thee.
Many people with thee coming to set up to destroy America, man. Man, that just shows you the power of Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. Because at one point in time, a lot of these nations that their name was right there were in alliance with America, man. So didn't nobody think America was gonna fall? All right. That's why it says in Isaiah chapter 14, how has the hammer of the earth ceased? Like, because then everybody thought that America was gonna be in the hammer of the earth for a while, for probably damn near forever. Because what they had the military force. America has its own dominant military force. And then they had NATO and the European Union backing them. So they had money and military power and the religion with Christianity. All right, they had those 3 things, and those are the key things that you need to take over provinces and take over nations and ultimately take over the world like America did.
I'm gonna skip down and get to the point. Verse 10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua God, it shall also come to pass that all the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought."
All right, so now Russia's thinking evil thoughts now. Russia's flexing his muscles now, man. All right, Russia's flexing his muscle, and I think Putin's gonna be around for a while, because I think he's set up. To where his leadership will be passed down from generation to generation. It won't be any elections anymore. So that same mindset that the Lord is putting in the mind of Putin right now is going to carry on until America is destroyed, man.
It says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages." And it says, "On walled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest."
And America's at ease. America's at ease, because you want to know why? Any person in their right mind that's been bullying people and they seeing them, they're building up an arsenal against them, they will back off a little bit. But America's not backing up. All right? And check this out. When Trump got into power, he took away, I want to say like 40% of the military money funding for the military. All right? So now they're having to try to catch up with all these other nations that are way ahead of the curve. So America's behind the 8 ball when it comes to military might, as far as technology. China's ahead, Russia's ahead, Iran is gaining speed because of China and Russia giving them weapons. All right, you got India coming up. You got all these other small little proxy countries, right, that are coming up and building up their military arsenal, because why? They're getting funding from these other nations like Russia and China. So now you're seeing the destruction of America by force, due to Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua putting these thoughts in the mind of these kings. Because what? A king's heart is in the hands of the Most High. You know?
It says, "I will go to them that are at ease, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates."
And America feels like they don't have to spend money on their missile defense system. It was what last year they tested it out, and out of like 40 missiles, it reacted and hit 2 out of 40. Man, it said it's going 200 million missiles going to hit this place, man. So if you out of 40, you only shot down 2. That's the land of unwalled villages, man. This place is vulnerable, but they don't feel like they have to spend money on their defense when they feel like they have such an immaculate offense. You get what I'm saying?
That's that good American pride that they still
right.
in, man.
Because what they say, a team without a defense ain't gonna win games.
They say what they say. I was always taught that defense wins championship.
Yeah, our defense is the best offense.
Right. So America has no defense. You want to know why? Part of the reason is the division within the country. A lot of these countries, when their leader gets up there and talks about destroying America, you see millions of people out there in the crowd listening to their leader speak, cheering on. You have division in America. You have one leader talking about this, the Democratic Party, one leader talking about that, the Republican Party. That's division within the people of America. Now you have even more division: white, black, mask, no mask,
and religion,
and rainbow.
And religion.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
All right, and that's the same thing you're seeing right here in America. You see that here in America with the people, and you see that here over there in Israel with their people. All right, over there on the Gaza Strip, the Palestinians and the Iranians, Israelis. All right, you've seen it, but all these other nations are formed together. These people will fight for their nation. America's not going to fight for America because they're too divided. And you got a lot of people protesting in the war against the war in the Middle East that live right here on American soil. They don't see the profit in the war. But these other nations like Iran, when they talk about coming over here and bombing America, they people behind that. Yes, can we come too? Like they got the women rioting and excited about America being destroyed. Same thing in Russia. Same thing in China. All right?
2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 46. "And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon." That's talking about China.
China was a partaker of the hope of Babylon. Why? Because China was making so much money off America. But then in order for them to keep making money, they had to buy the majority of America's debt. But pretty soon China's gonna get tired of that, and they're gonna sell off this debt, and they're gonna own the people of America and the land.
And thou, Asia, thou that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person, they help make America rich.
Con.
Woe be unto thee, thou wretched, because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
Boom. So America is an emulation. I mean, China is an emulation of America, man. They're acting just like America, and now they got that haughty, prideful spirit, just like America now, because they think they're up next. So that's why they're helping. Now they help to set up America. Now they're going to help set up the downfall of America. But within that, they're going to be destroyed also.
Right. And has decked thy daughters in whoredom.
So Americanizing the whole everything in China.
Yep. And any smaller countries that are under China, they push that same philosophy on them. The same way America did on its allies, like Japan and Cuba, you know, certain allies they have, or South Korea. You know, and they push their agendas on them. All right, which is all the mindset of the dragon, which comes from Europe, trickling all the way down. It says that they might please the glory of in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. They always desired to be in business with America and with China. Thou hast followed her, so they followed right after America, even to the point where they surpassed America. They basically rode the back of America the whole way. Everything America made, if they made a TV, they made 20 of them over in China for cheap labor. All right? Where was that at, man? What's my damn page?
15, you started at 40.
There you go. All right, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee, thou hast followed her, that is hated in all her works. So America is hated in all her works. It's letting you know right there that the Lord hates America. And so she's hated in all her works and her inventions. Therefore saith Yahawah, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
And what did America say? That she shall never sit down from her throne, that she shall never see widowhood. But the Lord said He's gonna bring that upon America. Oh, come sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. Thou shalt no longer be tender and delicate. And you're witnessing that happen. The destruction of Babylon, man. The destruction of these other nations that partake and then lay down in the bed with the whore, man. You're seeing that develop as in front of our eyes. That's the Lord turning back the captivity of the children of Israel right before their eyes.
All right, this is Psalms chapter 21, verse 12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord, in thy own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. And I brought that up because that's talking about these nations that's getting ready to go to war with each other, man. The Lord is going to make them those missiles hit them, man. He's going to make their face turn back, man.
All right, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
And that's what we do. We blow the jump in the side. We tell our people about the destruction that's going to come to this place. We tell our people about their wickedness, and we tell these other nations about the destruction, especially America on American soil. We tell about the destruction on this place, man. We tell about the plagues that Yahawah is going to send on this place. The destruction that Yahawah is going to send on this place.
Yep. They say America is basically the revised Roman Empire all over again.
Okay.
This is second Ezra's. You ain't done.
I got
Go ahead.
All right, this is verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever light, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So that day of darkness is coming, man. You know that the day of judgment is coming to the land of Babylon, aka America, and also around the four corners of the earth, man. You know, because our people, you know, they still forsaken the Most High Yahawah, man. Amen.
The Lord's coming down to denuclearize the earth and set up His new world order, not the new world order that Esau's trying to set up. He's coming to destroy that, denuclearize the earth, and set up his new world order. And Mazan, I think they got a precept down there.
I got one. Go ahead. This is Psalms chapter 21, verse 9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them.
Khan, and that fire is going to be by the way of those ICBM. You know, those missiles, man, those 200 million missiles. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to burn hotter than any fire that you can think of, man. It's going to burn these people and turn them to dust, man, on why they stand on their feet. That was it?
Yeah, that was it on that. I got one.
Go ahead,
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They become as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. And that's how the so-called strong men of this nation, of America, I should say, are going to be in that day. But that Babylon falls. Go ahead.
This is
Read that one more time before I can show you.
Come on. It's Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They become as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
Khan, and that's going to be, you know what I'm saying, the leaders of Babylon, man. The ones that funded this place, the ones that own this corporation, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try and hide in the holes that day when Yahawah send them plagues. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna escape it, man.
And that also goes for all of Esau, just like it says in Job. His confidence within him shall be rooted out, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. And you're witnessing that right now, man. So the poster nation. This is Edom right here. America is Edom, man. All right. This is Basra. So you're gonna see the confidence of Esau being rooted out when America gets destroyed, because nobody believes America's gonna fall, man. Just like the Roman Empire. Nobody believed the Roman Empire was gonna fall, but it fell. They fell, and the western leg of Rome fell in 410 AD.
Yep. Second Ezra, chapter 10, verses 36. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, look before thee, and consider the thing that thou seest. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion, chased out of the wood. All right, that roaring lion is Yahawah. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, and that man's voice is Yahawah, and the prophets, hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee. All right, art thou not it that remaineth of the four beasts? So Roman Empire in America is that which remaineth of the four beasts that was spoken of in Daniel chapter 7. All right, you go into the Roman Empire, and then it broke off into the little horn, America. All right, so it's still here today. Go ahead, come.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them to dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed.
That was beautiful, man. Okay. So that's talking about America, man. All right, pushing the agenda and the philosophies of the Roman Empire, all right, on the whole world. That's why they call America the whore. It got used by the pimp. All right, but the Lord said this: art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I have made to reign in my world? See, this is the Lord's world. All right, but the Lord said what in Job 9:24? He said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and that lets you know who the wicked is, Esau. He said they're going to be known as the border of wickedness. All right? Yeah, kind of, if you got it. Whoever got it. Go ahead, brother.
All right, it's the book of Job.
Soldier, man. Soldier
chapter 9, verse.
Soldiers get precepts just like they would in a war. They'll get bullets. Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Let's get it.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. If not, where and who is he, man? Who the hell is it? If the so-called white man Esau is not the goddamn devil. The word deceiver. All right. And the fourth beast, verse 40. 2nd Ezra 10 and 40. And the fourth beast, the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness. That's what he just read. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right, real quick. And over the whole compass of the earth, with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. You see that? What does the word deceit mean? Deceiver, devil. So they dwelt upon this earth in deceit, man. All their riches and shit they got. All right? It's been for a long ass time, man. Go ahead, good brother.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to the battle, to the number of whom is the sand of the sea.
Right. So that what they came out of the pit around the 1266 AD, and they went out to conquer and deceive everybody into the damn World War III scenario, where they could bring about their new world order. The same thing what's his name? We don't talk about him much. Nimrod. The same thing he was trying to do, build that tower. So that's what they want to do today. That same demonic thought is still in their heart. All right. Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. And after this I saw in the night vision, and beheld a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly.
Right, that's the Roman Empire, and they ruled through their oppression, and they set up all kind of Congress and Senates, you know, to strengthen their conglomerate. All right, and what did they do? They're the ones out here manipulating these wars. They invest on one side of the war, and then bet on the other side. That's what they've been doing since World War I, World War II, World War III, Vietnam, whatever you could think of. They've been doing it, man, playing both sides of the war. All right? So they went out to deceive these nations into war.
And it had great iron teeth, and it devoured the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and had 10 horns.
Right.
And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
Right, that's talking about Spain, France, and Britain. All right, 1978. What was that, 1978?
1778.
1778.
And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
Right, so that's when they set up all the CIA, FBI's right in front of you, man. You know, Saudi Arabia don't have that shit. You know, China got it set up, but not all over the world like the feds do. Especially not here in Babylon. All right, America wasn't trying to be like China. China been trying to be like America. So it shows you who Babylon is. All right, but the Lord said He got a judgment on these goddamn Edomites, man, and all their conglomerates that they built all over the world. All right, y'all want to run these precepts? All right, go ahead. My bad, you can run yours after them.
No, it's cool.
All right, go ahead, y'all.
All right, go back to deceit.
Sure.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceitfulness of unrighteousness.
Right, because everything that's in their heart, anything they set their desires on, and once they move in that direction, they do everything in deceit. And they destroy everything in their damn path, man. They corrupt ultimately, completely, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says
perfect ICBM, a weapon. Not ICBM.
A weapon of mass destruction.
A weapon of mass destruction. That shit. WMD.
It says, with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Right, and that's the 2/3 of our people that don't want to receive this word of truth, man, this love. They don't want to receive it. They're rejecting it. All right, that's who's gonna fall up under that banner. Oh, that number. All right. Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 52:10.
Right, because this world is ruling deceit, man.
The Lord hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our God.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, brother. The bar, you got it, just in case.
The Lord hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our God.
Because the salvation that's going to come is through Yahawah Shai to save the elect in the 1/3, man. All right, that salvation is going to be what it says in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, man. All right, it's going to seem strange unto the heathens and 2/3 of our people when they see the elect being taken up in those ships, man, being saved from the destruction that the Lord have a set judgment on this place, America, man. Look what America pushed, straight deceit, man. It's not for democracy. It's not for the people. It's all lies, man.
And the Lord has made his hand bare, man. You know, he's showing us the prophecies, man. You know, he's showing you that he's about to bring his salvation upon this earth, man. And all these nations that reject this truth, that refuse to hearken, they're going to see it, man. They're going to have their judgment at that day, man.
Because this truth is for the only nation of Israel, man. All right, this truth is only for the nation of Israel. And through that, for the elect, man. Because how the Lord is making it unknown through the mouth of his prophets. All right, the scripture says that the Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So he set up men, all right, base men, not base men, but lowly men, all right, that basically despise every day that he set up to teach his word, man. And our people despise it. They don't want to receive it. They mock at it. But they're going to be saved. They're going to be destroyed in that day, man, for not taking heed.
I got a precept. And it's funny, the brother brought up democracy. Because what actually is, if you think about it, what actually is democracy? It's freedom and liberty. Freedom and liberty to do what? Whatever comes to the thought process in the minds of man. All right, if you think about it, communism and order would be the way to go, but if you do it in righteous sense. Because you have 613 laws in this Bible that we're supposed to abide by, all right, and that's order. But America is set up to be a nation of lawless people and without order. So anything goes. Some things will be illegal one day, and then they'll vote on it the next day for it to be legal. Because remember, it was legal for us to be in slavery at one point in time. So a lot of times people think legal is right, but it's set up to be confusion. All right. This is Sirach chapter 10 verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's just it, man. So Lord, because of unrighteous deceit, because if the Lord doesn't put a stop to it, it's going to continue to go on and on and on and on and on over and over and over again. Because each nation that's going to be set up is going to be a deceitful and lying nation. Nobody's going to turn the hearts of the people back to Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai's kingdom has to be set up to put a stop to unrighteousness. All right?
Got a precept for you real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 9. 2nd Ezra 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it.
And the devices mean the imaginations and thoughts of man. Because everything starts with an imagination, except for things natural like this tree. This tree is going to naturally grow. If humanity is taking off this earth, you'll see this concrete busting up, and you'll see the earth coming back to its true natural state. But the devices and imaginations of man is what brings forth this deceit.
And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people.
So the Lord preserved a nation of people to be his, and of that nation of people, he kept one grape, meaning the elect of Israel, man, to bring in and usher in a righteous kingdom, because that's what the true men of the Lord are waiting for. They're hastening the day, seeing that all this is going to be destroyed. They're hastening the coming of the Lord, Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai.
Quick interjection.
I'm going to finish it real fast. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept and my plant. For with great labor have I made it perfect.
And that goes back to the vineyard talking about in Isaiah chapter 5, man. He pruned, like he took away the hedge, right? And he punished the vineyard, but he planted the new seed, the righteous seed, back into the vineyard, starting with Yahawah Shai. And the ones that grow off that vine of Yahawah Shai are the ones that are going to be the elect, that are part of that cluster that's going to bring in the kingdom, the first fruits.
Yep. I'll let you pass out the precept. All right.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs back to the with the deceit, right? This is Proverbs chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, "A good man attaineth favor of the Lord, but a man of wicked devices will he condemn."
You can speak on it, bro.
So basically, you know, who is that man with wicked devices? All right, start with the nation of Edom, with the top elites. All right, they got this world by deceit. All right, and with they wicked devices, what they set up, and what's the main device that they trying to push out now? The chip, which is the mark of the beast, man.
That potato chip.
Potato chip.
I got a precept.
Potato.
This is John chapter 12, verse 37. But though he had done so many miracles before them, yet they believed not on him, that the saying of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who hath believed our report? And to whom have the arm of the Lord been revealed?
Right, so the arm of the Lord, that represents what? The Lord's strength, him reaching out. All right, the arm of the Lord represents Yahawah. So who has he been revealed to? And the rest of 2/3 of our people have rejected this, man. It's not revealed unto them. All right?
Therefore,
It's been revealed to Israel alone as well.
Therefore, they could not believe, because that Isaiah said again, he had blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I shall heal them.
And that just goes to show you that the Lord always referenced to, when he was teaching, he referenced to the Old Testament, man. That's talking about the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 49 and Isaiah 6. Talking about Isaiah 6, talking about the blinding the children of Israel that don't want to believe. And Isaiah 49, who shall believe our report? Meaning our report, speaking of Yahawah. They didn't believe him when he showed up. So they're not going to believe us when we show up on the scene speaking in honor in his name. All right, so now they're caught in the lustful deceits that was set up by Esau. The wicked imagination and devices that was set up by Esau. And that's what his power comes from the beginning. Confusion and dust, serpent.
All right, it's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, starting at verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them
and
which
who
believe.
Is the God of this world? That's your Lucifer that they talking about falling from heaven. That talking about Esau, man. Right. He's the God of this world. He's the prince of this world, man. He's the one that's spreading the seed. That was his whole job. He's the one that wants to sit in the throne of the Most High and present himself as being the Most High.
John, precept. John.
Oh, you could have went further on that. Oh, you have one there.
No, you going more?
Yeah, some more, man.
All right, back at 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahawah, who is the image of Yahawah, should shine up unto them.
So so the ones that believe are in the image of Yahawah, man. And they're being presented to Yahawah in the image of Yahawah. Because if Yahawah was to look upon us in our natural flesh, he would despise us and destroy us. So you better hope he sees the image of his son when he looks upon you. 2/3 of our people, he's going to see the image of Esau when he looks upon them. Because they're of their father, the devil, man. All right, that was it.
Good. That's why the Lord said he spared the world greatly. You know, because he look upon it, he see nothing but wickedness, man. He's going to destroy everybody. He said I could raise up stones to worship me. All right. You have more?
No.
All right, go ahead. Run your precepts.
This is John 12 and 31. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out.
The prince of this world be cast out. And that's Yahawah talking. He was talking about Edom. He was talking about Esau. Because he knew it was going to happen in 70 AD. That's why he told us to run to the hills. He knew it was going to happen around these times, man. He was giving us fair warning. That's what he was sitting down here to do. Take away the sting of death, meaning sin, right? By being crucified, and also to warn us of what to come, and to believe in, and give us something to believe in, give us a sense of hope.
Go ahead, brother. Come on.
This is Genesis chapter 19, verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven.
All right, and you're going to see the same thing happen in these times, but you're going to see a new form of it. Yeah, you're going to see man, the Lord might send fire and brimstone from heaven again, but you're gonna see missiles hit this place. You're gonna see angels zapping this place, man. You're gonna see utter destruction on this place that you have never seen. It's gonna be worse than, man, it's the scripture say it should be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than be on this place, man.
One more verse.
Okay.
Verse 25. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground.
All right, so he overthrew, and that's what he's gonna do to America, man. It's nothing gonna be. It's gonna be nothing but stubble.
And yeah, not just America, to this whole Esau system.
Con.
And them as well, man.
Con.
You know, ultimately, let me bring this out real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 10 and 41. For the earth has thou not judged with truth. So Esau been given, the world's been given into Esau's hand, but they have not judged the world with truth. Instead, they use what? Deceit. And what's that? Woe unto them that make policies.
Oh, gosh.
You know what I mean? Wicked policies, man.
Unrighteous decrees. I got
unrighteous decrees.
Damn it, I just had it.
Jeremiah 10 and 1. If anybody get it before me.
Isaiah 10 and 1.
I mean, Isaiah 10 and 1. Sorry.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
And change laws. They think to change times and seasons.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yep. So they have prescribed it. They came up with it. Why? Is Scripture say that? It says it's in the power of their hand. They think a thought. They wake up in the morning. They do it because it's in the power of their hand. All right. You have one? Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Daniel 9 and 13. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us, yet we may not have prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand the truth. Therefore hath the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For the Lord our God is righteous in all his works which he doeth, for we obeyed not his voice.
Right, and to sum that up, that's basically saying the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. The Lord sent this evil upon us. And the Lord gonna take these Edomites out of the way. All right, so the Mr. Iniquity gotta be revealed, and they're gonna rule until the Lord remove them out of the way. All right, they in our way, man. They stopping the growth of the children of Israel and righteousness upon this earth. I still got this precept, but run these real quick. Go ahead, Nakara.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
There you go, man. That's Esau. That's Russia, America, Europe, all of them Illuminati members that run the world, the shadow government. It's in the power of their hand. They know it. And how do they run the world? Through banking. They know nobody know about this banking stuff, man. They run the world through their religion. All the spirits that leaped out of the mouth of the frog out of Europe, through their military, through the police. All right? So the earth clearly been given into their hand, you know, but look what they do with it. They change policy, they change times and seasons. They call, I was telling my children, you know, Monday, Moon's Day, Tuesday. I forgot that one, a demon named Two. Then you got Wednesday, Woden's Day, Thursday, Thor's Day, Friday, Freya Day, Saturn Day, Sunday. Then you got the name of the damn planets after their idols in Greek. Jupiter, Mars, Saturn. Then you got the names of the months, Janus. What the hell, man? You know, this ain't living. This is death, man. But look what they've done with the earth. Julius Caesar, he did it in 45 BC. He set up his own damn calendar. Go ahead, brother.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
Start at 24 real quick.
Start at 24?
Yeah.
It says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and other shall rise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
Right.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing of times.
All right, so basically that's set up. That 10 horns is talking about the 10 common markets. And from the 10 common markets developed the European Union. And the European Union developed NATO. And they all conglomerately developed America. And what is that? That's the faction of Rome being built all over again. And what did they do? They changed laws and changed times with the calendar. So now we're going by this Gregorian calendar, which first was set up by Julius Caesar, was the Julian calendar, but it was corrected by Pope Gregory. So now it's the Gregorian calendar. So now we're going, and which the months and days are named by their pagan gods, and we're forced to abide by them. All right. So you're not going to find no Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the Bible. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7 in perfect order. So he's trying to change laws. He tells us to go according to his laws, but tells us to go away from the laws of our father. Who did that? Antiochus IV did that under the order of Alexander, coming out of one of the 4 generals that came after Alexander. Then he said, great wickedness multiplied upon the earth. So, and then what does it say in Micah? They are the border of wickedness. So the Lord was showing us who the wicked root was, and it specifies them being the wicked root in Maccabees, man.
That's right. So the earth has been given into their hand, and look what they've done with it. Let's read it again. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek.
So if anybody had any truth in them, he took it out and put affliction on the meek. The meek are the lowly. The meek is talking about us.
Right. That's in Revelation 13.
Good.
They afflicted the residue of Israel. They stomped us out with the feet of it, with their army, with their lower regions, which would be like their police. You know? All their agents. It says, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable. That's why scriptures say shame gonna cover these Caucasians for their wickedness and their what they've done to the children of Israel, to their brother Jacob. Their positive brother Jacob, them being the negative. For thou hast afflicted the meek, they afflicted Yahawah as well. All right. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. What did they do to the North American Indians? What did they do to the Haitians with the French war over there? What did they do to the Puerto Ricans and the rest of the tribes, man, the Northern Kingdom? All right. What did they do to the Jamaicans? Building up sugar mills over there in Jamaica.
They destroyed them and destroyed their culture, and forced them to go abide by the laws, statutes, and commandments that they put up.
Right, and they still do it today. What's the fruit today? The fruit today, in their sense, would be money, or business, or even colleges. You know. So look at the Olympics. All of a sudden, these women, see, that's why Scripture say the vintage shall fail. The vintage shall fail. Look at Simone Biles. Her brother get locked up. They blame it on her. You know, like it's her fault. That new chick with the yellow hair.
Yeah, Sherry.
Yeah, she got caught with marijuana in her system. Yeah. And now they not let her do the Olympics.
No, they cut her out.
They got another chick. They said that they can't wear the head caps. You know, cause they like to cover their hair. You know what I mean? Because they got the hair hats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they said that the women cannot wear head covers in the Olympics now. What did that do? That X's out all the black women that wear them. You see that? So they still, to this day, they're trying to stop you from growing. They're trying to stop everything you're doing. Your businesses, they cutting it off. All right? They shut down. When I grew up, we had nothing but, I'm pretty sure everybody can relate. In my neighborhood, we had stores called Troy's, Earl's. All these names were so-called black people or Puerto Ricans, poppy stores. But now you got Elam, Dot-Head Indians, welcome to the Quickie Mart. Right? Or you go there, some Edomite
or you
watching you in the store, or what, Moab, right?
Chinese, hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. See, these things became cliches to our life. But it's really the truth. This is reality. All right, that's them mocking us, calling us bywords and proverbs. You know what I'm saying?
Man, there's a store in the hood off of Myrtle Ave, man, deep in the hood. And that store's been there for generations and generations and generations. The man tried to get a loan to help pay off the taxes because he wasn't really making a whole lot of money on the store because there was a lot of people in that neighborhood that were impoverished, and he was like giving them food, like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. That's really what he was providing for them. when he tried to get a loan to try to help get everything going, he was denied, man. He was denied because the property value of the place. The property, he didn't have enough collateral for the property value. The property value in that area is so low, the bank didn't want to give him a loan to try to help the people out there.
Right, man. And what's that, the Lord of Sabaoth? The cries of them, right? Because what happened in the Egyptian Empire? The Lord set it up for the Egyptians. The scriptures say that. He controlled Pharaoh, man. And he controlled the hearts of kings. He set Pharaoh up to put more hell on us. And once they did that, that's when the Lord put the spirit on Moses and our people to cry out to him, man. Just like today, Yahawah is in the place of Moses, being the delegate. Once Esau started putting hell on us, really, now we're crying out to the Lord. All right? Now that our punishment is over, you know, the slavery, physical slavery. All right? Now we're in a time of grace.
This is James chapter 5, verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which you have kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them have reaped and entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
That's right. So the Lord hears our cries. Now, did he hear us when we were crying out to Jesus in these churches and Jesus and all that shit? No. The Lord probably got headphones on, blocking your ass out. You know what I mean? Now, did he hear us calling out when we called our people calling out Allah? Allahu Akbar. Blowing their damn self up? No. They blew themselves up in vain. You see that? Buddha. Whatever you want to name, man. All right? The Lord ain't hearing it. But now, when we're able to call upon his name, Yahawah, and his son Yahawah, the angels carry our prayers up to the Father. Our prayers and our cries have entered into his ears. That's a major catalyst for our people to be able to say that our words entered into our power's ears, man. That's power right there. Can't nothing into his ears if he don't want it. Go ahead, brother.
This is Exodus chapter 3, verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am Yahawah, power of thy father, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, the power of Jacob. And Moses hid his face from he was afraid. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows.
There you go, man. So the Lord knows our sorrows.
I got it.
All right, and that was Yahawah speaking as well. Because Yahawah sent Yahawah to come and deal with us during the time of the Exodus. All right, just like he's going to send Yahawah in these days, man, with thousands of angels. All right, and it says in Hebrews that he's our succorer. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know them, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan.
Right, they're talking about them fake Khazars over there in that land today, giving hell to them damn Palestinians. You know? So the Lord said he knows our work and our tribulation and our poverty. All the hell we going through out here, man. All right, what's that? He's our succorer. I think it's in Hebrews, where it say he's not too far to not to be touched with the feeling of our infirmities. All right, the high priest in the heavens.
This is Isaiah 3:13. The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people.
Yeah.
The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof, for ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses.
There you go. The spoil of the poor is in your house, Esau. You see that? And they have eaten up the vineyard. They consumed us like a canker, like a damn worm would, an earthworm. You know, all these damn beasts of the field. The Lord said he was going to give us over to them, and they were going to consume us after they consumed us off the land. All right? So they consumed us, man. That's Revelation 13. Somebody grab that? I think it's 13:11 or something like that. The 10.
This is Revelations,
So
chapter 13,
Oh, go ahead.
verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right.
Here is the patience in the faith of the saints. And that's basically you got to reap what you have sown, man. You know what I'm saying? Mainly the so-called Caucasian race, which are the Edomites of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And also 2/3 of our people gonna get caught up in that judgment, man.
And basically, because he has consumed us, the Lord has allowed him to consume us. Now he has to be devoured and consumed. All right, what makes him think that he can reap all this havoc on us and he not get punished for it? You know what I'm saying? So that's ultimately the judgment of Esau and 2/3 of our people.
Right, and the Lord said that there has to be offenses. We in the time of that, man. But he said, woe unto him from whom the offenses come. All right, it's better that he was dragged into the damn ocean and a millstone would hang about his neck. That's a judgment that the Lord got for Esau. All right?
Hebrews 4.
Yeah, Baba Kushas.
This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities.
That basically saying Yahawah Shab, they're telling on y'all. Yeah, he up there telling on them.
But was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin.
Right, and what are they doing right now in the world? Something called an experiment or a trial, right? So now we're being tried in this hour of temptation that we're coming into. You see that? Where they're pushing the medical form of something, later moving to the cash form of it, right? So let me get this real quick. 2nd Ezra 10 and 43. Therefore is thy wrongful deeds and dealings come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. Who is that? The pride.
Esau.
Obadiah, let's get it. All right. Therefore is thy wrongful deeds come up unto the highest, Esau, Edom, Caucasian race, and thy pride unto the mighty. Woo, of the so-called black man. Dark skin, white woolly hair. He pissed off too. Go ahead, brother.
He's some kind of man. All right, this is Obadiah, chapter 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahawah concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is set up among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle.
Right, when I hear that, I always think about the string that unravels the ball of yarn. The Lord set Esau to be the string. And once he pulls, he's going to unravel all the wickedness on the earth. All right, go ahead. That was it?
It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Right, they call us the minority in their books. When you go to the store or a job or a school, they say minorities, right? But they're really the minority. We're a group of 12 nations. And within those 12 nations, those patriarchs, we have tribes and families and nations within those nations. So they're, the so-called white man, the Caucasian race, they are the minority on the earth that has to use deceit to conquer the world. That has to use inbreeding to multiply their nation. Right? Incest.
It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks.
Right, so they're the ones that really dwell in a low state of mind. They're the original caveman. Going back to the place called Petra. You can look it up. P-E-T-R-A. Going back to the Caucasus, what's it called?
Caucasus Mountains.
The Caucasus Mountains, where you get the word Caucasian from, which means cave dweller. They're the ones with that cave mindset. What we stepping on? Concrete. Where was this concrete invented at? They came up with the concept of concrete in the Roman Empire. Where did they come up with the concept of asphalt? They came up with that in the ancient Babylonian Empire. So this is the Roman Empire and Babylon all over again. All right? And Yahawah is about to destroy this place. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Right, the pride of your mind has deceived you, devils. That's why you're deceived, leading you unto your own perdition of ungodly men.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks.
Right, because somebody got to be deceived to be a low-minded individual, but living up on high. Right, being lifted up, walking by and smiling and grinning, when they really the bottom feeders of the earth, the scavengers of the earth, the murderers of the earth. the crimson red criminals of the earth. It's them. But they walk around with all of that on their spirit, in their mind, in their schools, in their books. But they walk around and grin at you. The pride of your heart has deceived you goddamn devils. And it made you even more prideful, thinking that you can even go and challenge the Father when you can't. Go ahead, brother.
Whose habitation is on high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, conceited ass. He said, he said what? Your habitation is on high. Y'all lifted yourselves up since the Greek Empire. He said what? They all put crowns upon their own heads. The Diadochi that came out of Alexander. Go ahead, brother.
Freaking injection.
Yep.
Job 14:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors.
Right. And what? The scriptures say they're going to be exalted. They lifted up. Their habitation is high, but the Lord going to root that confidence out of that. Root their confidence out. Why? Because everything they built up upon this earth, the CIA, the FBI, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, the court system, the schools, all that's about to be destroyed. The Congress, the Senate, everything that started with the Roman Empire, Greece, all the way to America. The Lord going to destroy it from the ruler all the way to the damn tutor. All right? So this is 2 Ezra 10:44. The highest, well, 43. Therefore is thy wrongful deeds come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. And the highest also have looked upon the proud times. So the Lord looking at these times that we're living in. All right? And behold, they are ended. So the Lord going to end this time, man. The time of Esau's rulership. That's why he has Satan going against Satan. So they'll know that they have an end. All right? They thought this place would never end. They thought the Roman Empire and the Greek Empire would never end. They thought white supremacy would never end. But look at today what's happening in this world. Shit, Bill Cosby free. I don't give a damn about Bill Cosby. He's amazing. I just listen around. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Job chapter 20.
They don't like that. You want to piss at either might all say Bill Cosby free.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Damn. That's it, man. They that see thee now ruling the world on the back of the money, you can't get away from these devils. You go on TV, you cut on a nice cartoon, they right there. You cut on some movie, some ancient movie about Africa, they right there. You get what I'm saying? Like, what the hell, man? So the Lord said, what? He's gonna put an end to it.
Good.
That was basically it, right? He's gonna put an end to it. Check this out, man. 2 Ezra 10:44. The highest also have looked upon the proud times. So the Lord looking at all the slavery they put us through, the hanging and lynching they've done to our people. He remembers that. He see them killing our people in the street. Trayvon Martin, all those bodies that died. Their blood is crying out to the Father, just like Abel's blood cried out to him in the heavens. When Cain killed Abel, they got that same spirit of Cain back on their devilish ass. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, right? The time of Esau's rulership. And behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. So that's what we're waiting for Esau's abominations and their wickedness to have run out. All right, to run out of time.
Okay. All right, sorry.
This is the river right here. We good.
All right. This is Job 14:4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right. And once you understand it, and once you understand and rather are known of the Father, then that's when you can say, yo, I know that he's going to bring this to pass. 1,000 years is a day to us, or a day to the Lord. All right, what's 1,000 years to us?
Come.
Somebody gonna get it? Baba Kashai? The judgment.
Second Peter.
All right.
So Second Peter,
Yep.
chapter.
Real quick. But knowing that, knowing the Father and all the prophecies of everything he did in the past for us, and knowing that he exists, believing that he exists, but knowing that he has a set date for Esau's rulership to end. You can sit back lovely in your beach chair with that, with that thought. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
That's right, man. You think a damn elephant got some memory? Or you think your woman got some memory? You know she remember everything you did and shit. The Lord remember every cracking of the whip Esau gave us. You know, he remember everything, man. And he gonna allow us to give you that and then some. All right. When he put that hell on you, he said it's gonna be like unto fire to you. We gonna be the flames. Go ahead.
This is Job 15 and 20. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of the years is hidden to the oppressor.
Wow, they travail with pain. That's like a lion. That's thirsty of their prey. A lion go around eating all day because they're in fucking pain. Hunger pains and shit. And Esau is hungry over greed. That's why he said what? They heap unto them all nations.
Oh, gotcha.
And cannot.
Can't be satisfied.
They can't be satisfied. One second. They're gonna match right up with it.
I got more.
Yeah, because that's what they are. They're the hungry lion, bleeding out of the mouth, walking around starving like Scar, needing something to kill, something to conquer, something to devour. That's them, man. But a fed lion, that's Yahawah. Go ahead, bro.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Whoa, so the Lord has an appointed time. Just like in World War II, when the Lord set up that, man. Go ahead, brother.
But at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
Yep.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will come. Surely it will not tarry.
That's right, man. So that's what we wait for. We trust in the Lord, man, that he's going to bring it to pass. And that should give you some ease, some peace in your spirit to just sit back and say, yo, I'm not in control of none of this, man. The Lord is controlling this. Yep, go ahead, brother.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
There you go. Why? Because it's based upon pride. All right, go ahead.
But the just shall live by faith.
Right, the just are going to live through true power, which is faith in Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua. That's power. All right, hoping for salvation, hoping for righteousness upon the earth. Go ahead, brother.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all people, all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
There you go, man. So they cannot be satisfied. That's like a hungry lion that got to devour people with their goddamn hatred and their racism, man. The love of their own race, what you call white supremacy. Edomite clemency. Go ahead. They got one more? We got a bunch of them too. Like
I got some more.
Five. Let's run them down real quick. Run one more?
Job 15 and 21. A dreadful sound is in his ears, and prosperity, the destroyer, shall come upon him. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited on for the sword. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle.
That's right. You speak on that kind of...
You know, that's basically, Esau, your judgment is waiting on you, man. You know, it's right there. It's at your neck, as a matter of fact.
And you desire his depths as hell. This 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Because his devil being exposed, man. That skirt being lifted.
Yeah, we in the time of what? Revelation. That's the only time Esau would have been revealed. is in the time of their downfall.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right, and that shows you that the Lord is in control, man. All right, so only he who let will letteth until he be taken out of the way. Until the Lord lift that standard up, man, to that certain point of time that the Lord, the Heavenly Father, Yahawah knows, all right, to send that judgment, man, for him to send his son to crack them skies, man.
That's right. What that, we ain't got to get it, but where it say Jacob grabbed the heel of Esau. But that's really talking about Yahawah pulling them down. You see that?
Ezra 6 and 8.
Yeah, that's really talking about Yahawah showing up and pulling them down, man. He's going to put them down, and he's going to use us to do it. All right, because Yahawah represents Jacob.
I had one more on that.
Let me let the brother get the time, man. Go ahead, bro. Oh, that was it. You was
No,
good.
he got. I got Habakkuk 2 and 3.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah, got it.
Now you, and then we got a couple more, right?
One more, Job. This is Job 15 and 25. For he stretched out his hand against God and strengthened himself against the Almighty. You know, that's just evidence upon that devil, man. You know, your confidence, your pride has lifted you up, man. You strengthen yourself against the Most High, but you're gonna fall at that day, man.
Right. Right. They think gain is godliness. They start getting all the riches of the world, you know. Then they start calling themselves Christians. Look at Herod and Antipater the Edomite. You know. So yeah, man. Precept. Let's run these precepts real quick.
This is Proverbs 13 and 11. It says, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by the labor shall increase.
That's right.
What labor? He's talking about laboring in the Lord. So we're going to be increased in our labors, helping tear down this infrastructure, exposing the lies of this wicked devil. Because just think about it. Just think about it. If we didn't speak the truth, then everybody would have the perception. Because what does it say in Isaiah? It says, woe unto evil, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. All right. So now that's what you're seeing. Good being called evil on the earth. All right, and that's being done by Esau, man.
Right. And what happens when somebody steals something? You can go steal a whole bundle of grapes, right? They're gonna run out. You see that? Esau has stolen the whole world. Everything they got is gonna run out. But what happens when you do something with labor? It becomes fruitful and it increases. That's what the Lord set us up for. The Lord set our blessing up different from Esau's. Esau's blessing was based upon thievery. See that? It's going to diminish. And they're going to die out of the world. They can't take nothing with them.
What does it say? If thief came upon them, wouldn't they stole till they had enough? But Esau ain't going to never have enough. Right. He's consumed everything else, and he's looking for what else he can consume. Now he's trying to go to space.
They're going to always be empty.
Right.
But us, we've been blessed with the spiritual labor to be fruitful. Go ahead, brother.
And I was watching Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and he was speaking on how he studied these conquerors. All right, these Greek conquerors like Alexander and stuff like that, and they all bowed down. Ultimately, they all ask for forgiveness from the Heavenly Father, man. Yeah. Because as much riches you gain upon yourself, the harder it is to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man, as the scriptures say.
Yep, and they're not able to cast them riches away, though.
So the more you put upon yourself, the harder it is for you to, to be spiritual. What is Scripture say? That shall be a witness against them. That all the riches and stuff that they gain is going to be a witness against them. And they're going to be knowing that they were the vagabond and the thief upon the earth. Because what does it say? The Lord shall enter into the house of the thief, man. He's talking about Esau. Precept.
Go ahead. Yeah, go good.
This Genesis chapter 4 and verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Right, today that represents who? Jacob and Esau. All right, and calling out from the ground is talking about right here on the earth. The womb of the earth, where Jacob and Esau are still wrestling in the womb of Rebekah. We're still wrestling in this womb called the earth, the matrix. All right, and upon this ground, we're crying out to the Father. And our people that have died and got slain on this place, they built this whole place, America, off of bloodshed. So that blood, those spirits out there crying out to the Father. When are you going to go back and judge them upon the earth and bring in your kingdom, Lord? All right? Precept, let's keep it fire, yo.
This is
I got it.
Revelations chapter 6, verse 8. I looked and beheld a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. And that's ultimately talking about Esau, man. That's what he was set up to do. The Lord sent him down here from the left-hand side to do the bidding of the spiritual demon Satan, man. So that's why they are the devils that roam the earth. That's why they are deceivers, because they're operating. So the Lord is going to send judgment upon them also.
Right.
Do I press it or leave it alone?
Go ahead, bring it up. Oh, my bad. Anybody got a precept? Bring it up.
Chapter 12 and verse 15. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints, and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. All right, so it's an angel that ultimately handles the prayers of the saints, man, the elect.
Right. Yep. That's talking about Raphael. And he got 7 angels under him. All right. He said he one of the 7 angels. So he got 6 angels under him. All right.
It's Revelations 8 and 4. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before Yahawah out of the angel's hand. You know, and that's just even more proof of how the angels aid. It's an order up in the Shemayim of how the angels deal with the prayers of the saints, man. Yep. You know, and how we give off that true rightful vibration of the true rightful names of the Lord, all right, and with the truth, all right, Matthew 24 and 14, with this gospel and this truth, all right, preached throughout the 4 corners of the earth, then the end shall come, man. And that's why prophecy is moving, all right, things is unfolding, and the end is before us, man. All right, because we're giving off that right vibration, man. You know, and those angels is dealing with those prayers that the brothers and the women and children that's sending up.
This is Revelation chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4th beast and the 4 and 20th elders. That's a 12, right? 12, right? 20. Shalakia. The 4 and 20th elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden veils full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. Just a precept to back up the brother Yahawah, how our prayers is like an incense, an odor unto the Lord, man. All right, a pleasant smell that he received, man. And Raphael, one of the top archangels, all right, Yahawah, how you say his name in the Hebrew, he reports back to the Heavenly Father, man. So the Lord hears the prayers of his saints, man, which are the children of Israel, man. He hears our prayers. So it's important to give off the right vibration, and part of that vibration is knowing his name, man. All right, because the name Yahawah and Yahawah is going to be throughout the whole earth, man. All right, it's not going to be no other false idols that's going to be named, man. Because when Yahawah come back, it says what? Every knee shall bow, man. All right, this is a power that is a force that's to be reckoned with, and Esau ain't gonna be able to fight against him or the holy angels.
Precept, let me finish this real quick. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 10, verse 45. You want to hear the loudest sound in the world? You about to hear it in a minute. And therefore. Appear no more, thou eagle. So the Lord, you just said that. So the Lord is not going to have the Roman Empire appear no more on this earth. Once the Lord knock them down, they're not going to ever rise up again. Once the Lord put the so-called white man, the Caucasian race, those Edomites, yeah, you can run from it, but you can't run from the judgment. The judgment day is coming. And the Father's name is Yahawah. His son named Yahawah. They've taught us the name Jesus, and Jesus means Hail Zeus. The ancient name for Baal, the new name, modern name for Baal. You see that? The letter J never existed before the 1600s. All right? This is truth right here. But the Lord said all that's about to stop. All these churches, you know. And therefore appear no more, thou eagle. And the eagle represents the Roman Empire in America. Nor thy horrible wings. That represents their Congress and their Senate. Nor thy wicked feathers. All right, that's all their senates and their Caesars and their presidents. Nor thy malicious heads, are they governors and mayors, nor thy hurtful claws, that's talking about their military and their police, that they grip us with and they sink their teeth into our people with and consume us like the brother read, nor all thy vain body, everything that Esau built in their system and their image is all going to be destroyed. All right? That all the earth may be refreshed. All right, that's the renewing, the refreshing. That all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence. And so everything the so-called white man does, Esau, the Caucasian race, everything they do on this damn earth is violence. Everything. They say they love you, they put you in jail. They say they love you, they give you fucking smallpox. All right? So they smile at you, you're in danger. You might wake up in chains. Fucking around with Esau. You seen 12 Years a Slave.
Yep. But our people so simple. Not all white people are bad. First thing they want to say, man.
Shit, me. You get rid of all the Edomites on the earth, you leave one, the devil gonna jump on his ass. He gonna make him just like Trump. You know? But anyway, it is what it is. It says that all the earth may be refreshed. Ooh, so even these heathen nations are gonna be refreshed. After 1,000 years of hardcore kicking their ass in slavery. The damn booty, cow ass eating Africans. Y'all know about it. Y'all seen it on them damn donation TV shows. Yep, Esau be over there too. The Caucasian race, they be over there eating ass. Eating cow ass. Yeah, he's smiling, right?
Sleeping with their sisters and brothers.
Yep, they be eating cow ass and shit. Yep, they eat a dog's ass if you get them around the dog. Yep. It says that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, and being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her, man. So the Lord our people are hoping for the hope and mercy of the Lord that made us, our creator. And even the earth and everything on the earth is waiting for the manifestations of the children of Yahawah. The sons of God from the beginning. It's going to return back to the ways of old. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter.
Oh, yeah. I see him looking. Wait,
hold on.
Pigeons over there.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19. No, it's 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear of rule, the people mourn. Yeah. And I brought that out to back up the elder, man. You know, because you can see everybody's mourning right now, man. Yep. Everybody's going through. Yeah. Mainly, you know, Yahawah shall peculiar treasure, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, which are called the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today.
Right. And even the Palestinians, look at them. They going through hell in the Esau, man. Look at the Africans. They got them doing infomercials and shit with flies on their face. That's because the damn Rothschilds got all the money. You know what I mean? With fat bellies and shit. They got disease in their belly. Skinny ass babies with pregnant bellies and shit and flies on their face. That's because Esau ruling. Look at the Elamites. They going through hell over there with their damn idol worship. Look at the damn Arabs. The scriptures say that they're going to come at them from every side. That the Arabs, Ishmael is going to be a wild man. And they're going to be attacked from every side. All right, you look over there, all those lands today in Syria, everything is destroyed, man. Everywhere Esau go, they push their goddamn democracy, they push their Christianity, and they destroy shit.
Precept. This is St. John's chapter 10, verse 10. The thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Right, because the Lord said that. He said he created the wicked for the day of evil. So everything they do, when they take their first step, they about to destroy some shit. Period. Go ahead, bro.
I'm reading from the top.
They came out the womb, out of the belly. They came out to destroy some shit. Stinking up the air with their breath.
I'm gonna read it one
Their
more.
existence. Fucking up, scaring people with their damn colors.
It says, I'm start from the top again. St. John's 10 and verse 10. The thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life.
Right,
And
because what? What did he say about Cain? He said Cain was going to be a thief and a vagabond in the earth. And the blessing that he gave to Esau, that they're going to have to what? Rule with the sword. So everything they get is going to be taken. They got to take it and steal it. All right, us, we're going to get ours through labor. That's right, man. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, just to add on to what you said about how scaring people with their image.
Yeah.
All right, because that was new for the people then, because that's what Esau came in cursed, man. Red and hairy as a furry garment, pertaining to Genesis 25:25.
Right. And I saw last night. I was watching some African shit. A little ass baby.
Right?
I
seen it. He thought it was a ghost.
He thought,
like,
he thought it was a ghost. I feel the only reason I feel for that is because our people that may look like them. You got some brothers out there that teach and they got red pimples and red hair and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's not to them. We understand what that is. But yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Lamentations 1 and 3. Judah is going into captivity because of affliction, and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen, she findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. And I brought this out just to back you up from earlier, man.
They overtook us between the straits, man.
Con.
And that's something deep, because straits represents affliction. So in between the straits, we were just coming out of a damn affliction. And we're going into another one. And they overtook us between them. When was that? That was during the time of the Maccabees. Because Babylon, when we fell, what did Ezra say? He said, yo, there was a fiery furnace. And he was basically saying, to sum it up, how much more do we have to go through of this affliction? And the Lord gave us a time period in Daniel chapter 9, how long it was going to be until the end of the affliction. But in between the judgments of Babylon, you had the fiery furnace, you had the flood with Nebuchadnezzar, then you had the flood with Esau. You see that? So in between that, they overtook us, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
You said how long? This is Isaiah 10 and 25.
In between that, you had Alexander the Greek.
For yet a very little while, and the indignation shall cease, and mine anger and their destruction. That's clear, man. We on this, we in our bondage for a little while, man. But soon Yahawah is going to come and gather his elect. And his anger is going to be upon these Edomites and these heathens, man, that brought all this hell upon us, man. Throughout our afflictions, throughout our servitude, man.
I got a precept.
Bring it up.
All right, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Sinning is a righteous thing with Yahawah to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's why I need to stay away from
Bringing that scripture out. Back to what the brother was saying, man. All right. Backing up the brother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna be a righteous thing, man. Seeing Esau, all right, coming down from that high estate, coming all the way down to the ground, man, becoming slaves, man. Their natural estate, how it's supposed to be. Instead of it being ass backwards, it's gonna be ass forwards, man.
This is Isaiah 14 and 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. And hell represents what? A low condition. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Right, Esau gonna be the new zoo. All the nations come by and look at your silly ass at the zoo.
A gazing stock.
Yeah, just like they did in what was called the Brooklyn Zoo. They used to have our people in there.
If I may add on, you know what I'm saying, most definitely with our women, man. You know what I'm saying? They had y'all in the zoos looking at y'all. How y'all portray to have big asses, this, that, and the third today. Shit, that used to be their get up back then, man.
Right, we're gonna be like, yo, go down to lot 4, go look at our red monkey.
Just a lamb.
Don't feed the animals. Yeah, laugh at it. It's funny. Go ahead, bro.
Just speaking on the women, all right, being the exhibits, all right, you speaking on Sarah Bartman, all right, who was known to have a big old booty, and they chopped it off of her and murdered her, chopped it off her and put it in a museum.
Yep. So they made us the gazing stock. But the Lord said He gonna make y'all the gazing stock. All right. All finger. He said, what? You point one at us, you got 3 more pointing back at you.
Come on. Hey, matter of fact, if I may add on, hey, and it's in the process of happening now, man. Why? Because the Lord Yahawah so he's going to make you the least of the heathen, man, of all the heathen, all right? And you see y'all going down that totem pole right now, man. Shit, your own people turning against you, man. You know what I'm saying? A house divided against itself cannot stand, you know?
Right, bro.
Con, if I may add on, right, because y'all, matter of fact,
Bring them please up.
I want to bring this out real quick. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. You know, and that's straight to the point, man. You're going to return your recompense upon your own head, man. So everything that Esau and these nations, these heathens done to us, is going to be rendered back into them double.
Con.
Somebody
This
got
is the Bible dictionary, all right? I always wanted to read it out of the Bible dictionary via the brother Mazan. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures, Salakia, as the scene of great future judgments. All right, you can see it notably in Isaiah 34, Isaiah 63, and many other scriptures. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those of the speckled bird who may look like the other nations, but bear the spirit as such. So Edom is the only nation, all right, the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God, all right? And that's future prophecy, you know, future judgment.
Right, and that's the rich man crying out in hell, in our kingdom. They're going to be crying out for one little drop of mercy. You know, one little drop of mercy, and they ain't gonna be able to find it. We're gonna say, I don't know him. Who is mercy? Where is he? I don't know.
What is that?
Yeah. All right. They ain't gonna be able to find mercy nowhere. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
They got one. You want to bring this?
No, go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8, verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before Yahawah.
So Esau ain't gonna get no mercy, and 2/3 of our people are gonna have to perish and get the reward of the wicked. But the thing about it is, they're gonna be able to have be rewarded with the kingdom, being born in the kingdom. All right, but the ones that are chosen, many are called, but few are chosen. The ones that are chosen are going to be the first fruits, and they're going to the ones that reap salvation. But Esau going to reap ultimate judgment, man.
What they say? Some shall wake up to everlasting life, and some wake up to contempt, man.
And that, you're watching that happen right now, man. Some of us are the ones that are in the truth, the ones that are of the elect, are waking up to everlasting life. And you got our other 2/3 of our people are going to wake up to shame, man, right now.
You know, like our elder always explained, hey, we get a taste of that kingdom now through these scriptures, man. So with that being said, like the brother Canuck said, hey, shit, you got the 1/3 and the 144,000 men that's waking up to it now, man. It's a beautiful thing to indulge in these scriptures, you know. You know, like the lesson the brother had today, the Lord is going to send a destroying wind, all right? It's time to turn back and take heed to the Lord Yahawah. Why? Because he's speaking to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? That confusing the face that's out there, too.
This is the rich man in hell. Check this out. Second Ezra 13 and 38. And shall lay before, 37. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into tempest. Into the tempest.
Like the brother said, the rich man in hell, man. And who's that rich man in hell? That represents us, man. You know, being down here in hell, in this hellish condition, like the brother brought out earlier.
No, that's Esau.
Oh, Salakia, Esau, Salakia. I was thinking about, Salakia.
We got alt space delete, backspace delete. But now, the rich man being in hell is Esau. But we are kind of rich in their hell right now. I was thinking
about the rich man and Lazarus Salakia.
Right, so this is talking about rich man and Lazarus. And 38, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts. So the Lord gonna give each one of them judgment. That's why scriptures say we all must appear before the judgment seat of the Lord. And in the kingdom, the Lord gonna take his time, man. And he gonna say, hey, Trump, bring him up here. All right, so look, this is what you did in your past life, in the life before that, and all the way up until now. He gonna run it down to him. He got all the time in the world, because we're gonna live forever. It says, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts in the torments So the Lord gonna tell them what's gonna happen to them. Wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. So they're gonna start. The torments are gonna begin when Yahawah shows up. So those torments, which are like unto a flame. So those torments are gonna be the fire or the hell that Esau is gonna be in, crying out for some mercy. And he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto the fire, which is like unto me. So he's gonna destroy Esau with the law. We're gonna be the law in the kingdom. We're gonna be the police on your ass.
Hey, if I may, so let's say y'all will be destroyed with righteousness, man. What the scripture is, basically, righteousness is abomination to the wicked, man, and vice versa. Wickedness is abomination to the righteous. Yep. So shit, hey, that righteousness that's gonna be spewed out on y'all. Y'all gonna be, like, as they say, killed with kindness, literally. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man. We gonna put y'all through the shit that y'all did. Why? Because we gonna do it through the law, man.
Right, but they gonna feel it like how we feel it. It's gonna feel like just like how we felt the affliction of the wickedness. They're gonna feel afflicted with righteousness because they have no righteousness in them. So they're gonna feel exactly how we felt in bondage. They're gonna feel it that plus 10 times more.
Right, and basically light is gonna destroy darkness. It's gonna put darkness out. You know, but the light got to shine more and more. And the light always starts from one source, and then it beacons out into the world.
Hey, come on. Hey, look, like you say, darkness flees from the light when that light emits, man. You know, so with that being said, shit, it's going to be so lit when that time comes, shit, after them 1,000 years, y'all ass going to be gone, man. Because it's going to be too light for y'all, too bright, man. Righteousness going to wipe y'all ass right out of here.
Right, because nocturnal animals can't live out in the day. They're not supposed to be out in the day. You get what I'm saying?
Which is they main bird owls. They see throughout the night. Shit, it ain't gonna be that for y'all, man. It's gonna be light everywhere.
Esau a nocturnal damn demon.
and like if you see like a nocturnal animal out during the day, they say that it's something wrong with it. It's sick. It's sick.
Rabies.
Yeah.
Like Esau can't be in the sunlight due to the radiation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like they got sad.
Yep, this is their kingdom, man. It's all messed up for them and shit. Paint peeling and shit. Talking about their skin.
This is Job, chapter 20, verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again.
Yep. The Lord gonna give you a nice swift punch in the belly. Boom. You're gonna vomit all that shit up.
Yahawah shall cast them out of his belly.
Yep, so the Lord gonna do it. Yep.
He shall suck the poison of asp, the viper's tongue shall slay him. And that's his own deceit.
Yep.
That's gonna destroy him, man.
Satan against Satan.
Come. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter.
Yep, you're not gonna see it.
God bless y'all.
Nah, we'll need it. Don't even worry about it.
That which he labored for
shall family.
For real. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down.
Yep, they don't want to get them riches up. See that? They want us to be blessed. Nah, we want them riches. We want you in chains. We got our blessings already. You can keep that.
According to, and what blessing they gonna give us? They gonna try to hand us a sword? That's their blessing. We don't want that.
Yeah, man.
According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. Surely shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired. So all that they're laboring for, not laboring for, because we do the laboring, all that they are stealing, right? They're gonna have to give up to us. The Lord gonna, like the elder said, gonna punch them in the gut and cause them to regurgitate all them riches, man.
Right, they're stealing time too.
He ain't gonna swallow none of that.
It was brighter than
Oh, it's cool, as long as you can see it, right?
All right.
Like you said.
So Isaiah, chapter 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise up, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And shit, that's what Esau like to do, man. Oh, we didn't do that. We had nothing to do with that. That was way before us. Shit, y'all is them, man. You know what I'm saying? So that falls right back on y'all, just like the spirit of the prophets is subject into the prophets, man. Shit, the spirit of y'all wicked ass is subject right back to y'all wicked asses. Hey, all eyes shall see him, even those that pierced him, man, when he come back, all right? So, hey, y'all going to be there. The same ones that was there before, y'all going to be still right now today. Y'all right here today, man. You know, nothing new under the sun. So, hey, oh, yeah, I had nothing to do with that. Yes, you did, man. That same spirit that was in them back then is in you right now today. That's why you're doing what you do. That's why we do what we do, man.
And that's why the Lord put that constant greed within them. Because they still haven't been able to really sit down and enjoy the riches because they're too busy stealing stuff. They're too busy on the move trying to be the thief and the vagabond that roams the earth. So now they're going to try to reach a point to where they can sit down and try to enjoy their riches. And the Lord's like, nope, let me get that. Let me get that right up at you.
And what they say in the world, man, when you steal too much shit, you got to know when to stop because it's going to eventually catch up to you, man. So with that being said, hey, the Lord go find y'all ass with his riches in his hand, man. You know, and knowing riches being us, all right? Those gold tokens. So with that being said, that's going to be your ass, man. Why? Because you couldn't keep your hands off of shit, man.
Hey, just like they say, when you tell a lie, you got to tell multiple lies to cover up from that original lie. You know, and that's what Esau stuck in, man, because now, hey, we waking up to the truth, man. Matthew 24:14, all right, and he can't cover up all the lies that he have been giving out with his philosophies and his wayward doctrines, his way of life, you know. So it's closing in on him.
At all times in the kingdom. He's going to have to clap, because when he stops clapping, that means his hand finna start stealing stuff. And that's his mindset, man.
John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
And that's why we say spiritually Esau is because he stemmed from Cain, you know, because Cain was the murderer, the liar, man, from the beginning. You know, am I my brother's keeper? You know, that's where you get the spiritual connection from Cain and Esau. All right, and in the so-called Caucasian race today.
Serpent in the garden.
And think about what's going on around that time. You had a lot of people that were sit up in higher seats from Israel that were appointed by the Romans, man. That were appointed. They had those birth seats. And what did they say when it was time to crucify Yahawah? Caesar is our king. So they're going under the authority of the devil, man. That's why they're operating under that same spirit, and they were amongst our people. And you still have that to this day. That's why they have to get judgment also, man. That's the purging and the cleansing by Yahawah, by Shem Yahushai. And they'll be brought forth in righteousness by the first fruits, man. The one that follow the land whithersoever he goeth. Those are the ones that are going to bring Israel back in righteousness. So we'll no longer be born in the wicked setup of sin. We'll be born in the righteousness, and you don't have to worry about going off and pissing Yahawah off no more, man.
Gone. Most definitely.
Appreciate it. All right, go ahead, bro. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and didst treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
It said, when thou shalt cease to spoil, just like what the brother Kanat was bringing out, man. Right now he's trying to fulfill his new world order, and now he trying to lay back and basically sit on his riches. But the Lord go lift a standard up against him where he ain't gonna be able to perform his enterprise, man, according to the book of Job.
And if I may add on, you know, just like with us, you know, scripture say we fill up a bag with holes in it. We don't get to enjoy those riches, man. So them curses getting ready to turn on y'all because y'all thinking y'all gonna fill y'all belly when we gonna have that divine intervention come in. And the Lord, like the brother say, shit, hit you right in the stomach with that uppercut and make you cough it up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, with that being said, hey, those curses most definitely are being turned, man, being flipped. All right, everything's being, what it is, topsy-turvy, turned up, upside right, man, you know?
This is Joshua, you talking about divine intervention. This is Joshua chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 12. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites from before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Elon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Asher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hastened not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. And that's what he's going to do in times to come. And the fact that he heard the prayer of one man to stop the moon and the sun from going about its course, what more is he going to do for an entire nation of people who are hearkening to him, who are crying unto him for the destruction of this place and for the salvation of themselves?
Come on. Hey, matter of fact, what the Lord say, he's near to those of a broken spirit and a contrite heart, man. And guess what we doing as of now? Out here crying the sign for all the abominations out here, man. Right on time, but ain't no need to point it out. You can see it if you see it, man. You know, so, hey, with that being said, hey, this the same thing today, man. Nothing new under the sun. All right? So, hey, just like the brother brought out, another divine intervention with Elijah, man, when he called fire down from heaven with the heathens, man. You know, hey, if it's so, pray to your God. Make him light this fire up under here. Nothing happened, man. The same thing today. Basically, we're technically doing the same thing, calling fire down to destroy this wicked ass place, man.
Hey, the love that the Lord has for his people, the Israelites, shows. Just speaking on the moon and the stars, as the scriptures say, if he removed the moon and the stars from his ordinances, he remove the nation of Israel, man. So you won't have the light for the day and the light for night if it wasn't for the nation of Israel being in existence, man. If we don't exist, you don't exist. The world don't exist. Your kingdom don't exist.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 27. And it shall come to pass in that day that his burden shall be taken away from off thy shoulder, and his yoke from off thy neck, and the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing. Because we are God's chosen people, man. You know, and he hates you damn heathens. He hate these Edomites, man. You know, so the burden is going to be taken away, man, because of that anointing that he have put upon his elect. Any more precepts?
Go on, precepts. Bring it up. You got it.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 25. It says, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. And the reason why I was bringing that scripture out is because, you know, speaking on Esau, he gained riches by vain deceit, you know. And within his rulership, you know, what do they say? We had nothing to do with the atrocities, the oppressions of our people, you know. So again, it says, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. In the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. It says, for it is verse 26. For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. It says the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. So again, you know, Esau deeds is going to be discovered. His skirt is going to be lifted up
because he's living in pleasure right now.
He's living in pleasure right now,
like the brother just read. So when he's living in pleasure, he doesn't even feel like he doesn't understand the affliction that he put our people through. He doesn't understand. He doesn't see himself going through affliction because he's living in pleasure, right? And 2/3 of our people can't get the concept of pleasure because we're living in affliction. So that's therefore they go to their father the devil to try to live like he's living because they have no hope. Right. And our hope comes from Yahawah Shem Yahushai.
And another crazy thing is Esau lived by what you call the doctrine of discovery. And that's what they live by. They call themselves discovering this land, discovering all this. Well, the Lord gonna discover your ass. He's gonna show up out of the ocean, the Shemayim, same way Esau pulled up on our land, out of the ocean. And he's gonna speak a whole different language to you that you don't understand.
Show you how to really conquer some shit, man. Honestly, you know? Right, man. And I had a point, just like the brother was saying, man. Damn, I lost it. All right, bring a precept out real quick. Look, get your back. Yeah.
Ezekiel 4:9.
You got Ezekiel 4:9?
You can bring it out.
No, I'm about to say you got it.
Go ahead. Let's get the precept. You got a precept? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for the destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread.
Hey, because why? Once again, I like using this one. What Farrakhan say? Trump got to do, we got to make America great. How, when, again? Why? Because it's not great anymore. It never was great, but yet what the people think that is to be great, it's not that anymore, man. They want everything to go back to normal when shit was never normal, man. You know what I'm saying? If in actuality we're going to normal now, why? Because we're going into that righteous restitution. Why? Because we're going down the downhill of this goddamn, the downfall of this kingdom, man. You know, which is a beautiful thing.
Such a demise that they don't understand the downfall. They're willing to accept the transition, and like, what does it say? This is the end of the world as you know it. So now they have created a new scenario of us being social people. Now everybody's social distancing even after everything is over. So they continue in that mindset, and they're being accepting of the new form or new way of earth that the new world that Esau is bringing forth, that he's trying to bring forth. But the Lord is going to put a stop to that. These people are so blind that they're accepting to it.
Man. And speaking on that, what we call it, prison planet shit, they just institutionalized y'all ass a little more, man. Why? Because shit, they don't got to tell you to put a mask on or whatever the case may be. Y'all go run and do the shit yourself, man. You know, being a damn lab rat. All right. And just like that being said, the precept that the brother brought out, Ezekiel 5:16. All right. Hey, the Lord says he's going to send the evil arrows of famine, and you can see that going on now, man. You going to plenty of your grocery stores and shit right now, man. To this day. All right. It's a high time to wake up, man, because there's a lot going on. All right. Prophets going back and back, this, that, and the third, man. Going back to back, man. You going that shit. You got a fan. You got to shit. Substitute this, that, and the third. Why? Because there's no ground beef here or whatever the case may be. No bread here, so shit. Damn, what I'm going to do? Like, they wiping these shelves off, man. You know, the Lord sending those evil arrows of famine. In North Korea right now, you got a bunch of bananas that cost $45, man. If that ain't hyperinflation, then what is? And that's coming right here to the shores of America, you know? But people don't see that, all right? But inflation for last month in the month of June actually increased 5%, and they expect to decrease 10%, keep increasing month after month. So with that being said, all right, that's the big picture of it, man. So, it's not month after month, it's literally day by day, man.
So
you know?
What that mean, all right, your food stamps ain't gonna be able to cover most of your, you know, your goods, your ventrals that you get. You know, it's not gonna be able to recover that. And then there's many different other articles coming out how most of the meat is polluted, man. All right, they putting steroids in the chicken, putting steroids in the cows. All right, they said a Walmart beef is not really that good, man. A good portion of beef, man.
And the thing about it, if you actually think about it, that's a form of famine because we're not really eating real nutritious food. So that's why you're gonna see a lot more people getting sick, right? Hospitals filling up, and they're gonna try to blame it on all kind of different things. But it's the stuff that we're putting in our body. We're not eating real food. What the hell is a seedless grape?
Where it come from?
Come on, man. How the hell you made something that bears no seed? That's an abomination right there. Any fruit that bears no seed is an abomination. So that's part of your famine right there, because we're not eating real food. So our bodies are slowly deteriorating day by day by day.
And just recently, it was a Jake man who got kicked out of Food Lion because he had a magnet that was sticking to all the meat. So they kicked him out of the store. And you can probably look it up on YouTube.
Wow. Hey, it's a lawsuit on Subway, all right? And the Apostle just did a video on Subway and how they got a lawsuit on it about how the tuna in Subway has no traces of tuna in it.
Damn. And the bread has, you know, those yoga mats where the bread of Subway have that same component in the bread. Ooh. So yeah, ain't no real food out here. And then he start taking you to jail when you start growing your own food because in his twisted society, it's against the law for you to feed yourself. He wants you to rely on him.
That go back to the prophecy, man. All right, once again, they go back to the prophecy where it says what? We should eat our food defiled amongst the Gentiles, man. So the food that we consuming now is defiled, man. That shows that this book here is true, man. It's full of prophecies that's playing out in this era, man. All right. And you think you eating, getting the nutrients of your body, getting nutrients for your body, but after you eat, you still hungry, you feel drowsy, all right? You don't feel whole, you don't feel full, all right? Because the food that we eating don't have the real substance in it, man.
Right, because what is food supposed to do? You eat food to get energy and nutrients. So how you malnutrition and you eat every day? That don't make no sense. How you tired and you eat every day? How you sluggish and you eat every day? Because your body's getting tore the hell up trying to break down this shit that's supposed to be food. And that's why you have things like irritable bowel syndrome, because the food that you put in your body, the body is trying to process it and get it out so quickly because it has so much bad shit in it that it doesn't have time to sift for the nutrients because it really ain't any nutrients in there. So that's why you shit out majority of everything, and you remain malnutrition, and you become easily prone to get sick.
Your colon messed up.
Right.
Hey, Con.
That's why when the time of when Daniel was with over there with Nebuchadnezzar, all right, and the kings, he didn't want to eat the king's meat, but he ate vegetables, all right, basically healthy food, and they was considered more healthier than those that ate the king's meats, man. All right, but most of these people, man, they're gonna starve of starvation. All right, they're gonna go into cannibalism because they're going to the scriptures, they're going to prophecy, how the Lord's gonna have them.
All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 59. It says, "The Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuances."
So what? It says sore plagues, all right, and sicknesses, man. So a lot of people gonna die of illness, all right? A lot of people gonna get caught up in these different plagues like you see over there in Australia, all right? These mouse plagues, all right? These locust plagues.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahawah shall bring upon it.
Man, and this Edom represent America now, man. All right, even though the Edomites is Edom, all right, but this land considered the land of Edom now, known as also the land of Babylon. So this land is going to be plagued, man, like the same plagues that hit Egypt, the same plagues that hit Nineveh, all these different plagues, these ancient major plagues that hit these ancient lands, is going to happen here, man, as a judgment.
All of it in the one.
Man.
Wickedness reaching the goddamn
climax.
Man. It's
precept.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." All right, back what the brother was saying, man, the inflation, there's no food out here, man. I remember back then, they had lemon heads for 25 cents. I used to get 4 for 25 cents, that cost $1. Now them bitches went up, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get them for 25 cents no more. That's what tell you what times we're in, man. Hyperinflation is going up. All right. Verse 2, it say, "While the sun or light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened," man. All right, so if we coming into the times where we labor, we not gonna get no money for it, and it's not gonna be no jobs, cause shit gonna be so goddamn high we can't buy food.
And the grinding gonna cease.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be enough. What Haggai 1, they went with a bag full of hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the times that we're coming in. That's why we gotta remember the Creator now.
This Deuteronomy 28 and 40, Salaki and 57. "And towards her young one," and this is just to back up the brother Debar, and towards the famine, all right, that's fastly approaching, and how some of you people gonna be eating, turn into your own flesh, your own children. And that's gonna be the will of the Lord. And this Deuteronomy 28 and 57, "And towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness." So when you in straits, man, it's your mind go just completely go AWOL, man. You're not gonna be stable in that day, and that's why it's imperative for you to build yourself up spiritually so you can be stable in that day. Isaiah 33 and 6.
I got free stuff.
These women, all right, that don't really care about their kids, but getting all these child support checks, these benefits, all right, these stimulus, making money off the children, but not really being mothers towards the children or training them up to be respectful. All right, a lot of these, like the prophecy said, man, the Lord, they're gonna be eating their children, man. These are all prophetic scriptures, man. All right. So, but the scripture says what? The women supposed to teach their children, all right, to be obedient, love their husband, all right, to be in submission under their husband, things of these natures, man. But that's a whole nother topic. But hey, man, you know, it's right there in the scripture how you know, these women and men gonna be eating their kids, man, in a time of famine.
Gone. Just like in the movie Batman, I want to say Begins, you know, with Joker, you know what I'm saying? Basically, he had him in there sitting in the interrogation room. He said, man, you really think these people are civilized? But when the shit hits the fan, they'll begin to eat each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and they had him portrayed as the bad guy, but really he was the one in there with the saints, man. You know, that's why scripture say, what are them that call evil good and good evil, you know?
This is
down here. Zaria was waiting.
He already had one.
Oh, this is about judgment. This is Jeremiah 25:14. For many nations and great kings should serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deed and according to the work of their own hands.
And that's ultimately the judgment coming on these other nations for the persecution of the children of Israel. Everybody that had a hand in building up this system that Esau put together, the Most High is going to bring judgment upon them, man. A straight, utter judgment, all right? You got one? Go ahead, Zaria.
This is Ezekiel, and this is going back to what we're talking about with food. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And that roll is these scriptures, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from Yahawah, Yahushua. The food that we eat is contaminated. It doesn't, like the Akim said, it doesn't give us any nutrients. The only nutrients we can get is the nutrients for our soul, so that when everything breaks down in this place, we'll still be whole. In this fragmented society, we are the only whole things here.
That's why the scripture says what? You know, man should not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High, man. So it's important that you your spirit get the true nutrients, which is this word, man. All right, eat this bread and get the drink of the water from this word, because these scriptures are going to keep you sound in a time of trouble, man. All right, because the Lord said what? He gave us a sound mind, man, by by eating these words, man. You had that precept?
I got one. You know, this is 2/3 of our people. This is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Gone. Hey, so you got the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushua calling out to our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right now, but guess what? They're not taking heed. They'd rather go do the BS that they've been indulging in. You know what I'm saying? Calling them sweet baby Zeus, going to church, what they presume is church, when the word church means to call out. All right, which we're doing now, man, calling out to you through these scriptures, man. All right, well, the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushua is calling out to you through us, man. You know, but you're not taking heed, so that's why he says he's going to number you to the sword. Why? Because when he called, you did not answer. When he spake, you did not hear.
Verse. A few more verses, Bakasha? Huh? It's a quick interjection. A few more verses.
Yeah.
Two more verses.
Verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
So there you go, man. In the time of famine, the Lord said what? His servant should eat and drink. But unto the 2/3 that didn't receive this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, they're going to be hunger. They're going to be in hunger. They're going to be thirsty, man. Keep going.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry.
So there you go with the elect in that time, all right, going to be rejoicing in their heart and their la'ad, man, because they're going to be sound, man. All right, that go back to the Lord saying he gave them a sound mind.
Some of us rejoicing now.
Con.
Hey, cause that's how the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushua go laugh at y'all, man. When you say go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, man, he go laugh at you right through us, man. You know, and I'm pretty sure he gonna have a knee slapper up there too. You got it. Come up.
This is John chapter 4, verse 31. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore said the disciples one to another, Have any man brought him aught to eat? Yahushua said unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, to finish his work. And that's ultimately how we eat, man. Because if a man don't work, he don't eat. And that's how we reap the benefits to the kingdom through the labor, man. So that's our true meat. During the time of famine, when the rest of the world ain't eating, yeah, he's going to supply us with food, but we're getting what we need to suffice right now through doing the will and doing the works of the Father, man, who sent us. You know what I'm saying? Through Yahawah Bashim Yahushai.
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 24. Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest. This is the rest, right? We call the weary the rest. For thy quietness still come. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse. Establish their feet. So through wisdom we get established and nourished.
Just like in Romans, it say, blessed are the feet. Matter of fact, let's grab it real quick. Select it. Why? Because, hey, that's why also in 2nd Ezra, the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, hey, pray that he direct our steps in truth, man. Why? Because he's that ultimate God, man, through it all. Why? Because what we may seem to be right is actually leading us to our demise, man. Like it says in the book. You got it.
This is Romans chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that have preached the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
There you go. So one more time,
it says
at the bottom, the last part.
It says, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
Man. So how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel and bring tidings of good things, man. While we're doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, like the brother brought out earlier, man, we're doing the whole duty of man, all right? Getting out here doing the will, finishing the will of the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. So how beautiful is the path that we're walking on by us doing the will of the Lord, man? You know, according to Ecclesiastes 12:13 as well, man. The whole duty of man, we're supposed to be down here serving the Lord Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. Why? Because that's the only business, that's the only work that's going to suffice in the day of trouble, man. You know, like the brother brought out earlier, Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, man. Not none of this bullshit out here, man. You know, not going to goddamn wherever you work at, whatever the case may be. That's not going to suffice. Why? Because, hey, the grinding shall cease, like the brother brought out earlier, man. You know? All right. You got it.
All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. So it says, follow not thy own heart. Just like it says, follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Hey, you got it.
You got it.
Oh, come.
Okay, come. So pretty much, you know, let me read it again. It says, set not thy heart upon thy goods. So like the scripture says, it says, stack your riches up in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're not supposed to be, you know, pretty much
help y'all the people like Floyd Mayweather, Jay-Z, and them.
Come on, they got it made right now. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, those riches gonna be diminished. You know, it's not gonna be able to prosper in a day of adversity, man.
And that's funny. He brought up Rick Ross, because he's like, I don't know if he owns Wingstop but he's the spokesperson for Wingstop, right? So they had a commercial. It shows Rick Ross in front of his house, his mansion and stuff, just sitting there living lavish, like he got it all good. And the camera rolls up to him and said, hey, Rick Ross, what is Wingstop gonna do with the shortage of wings? Are y'all gonna shut down? He said, nah, we're gonna serve thighs. So he think they got him free. So now they serving thighs and stuff at Wingstop. So they think they got it made, man. They think they got an answer to everything. But Yahawah Bashim Yahushai is gonna put a cease to all that, man. So that's him thinking that I have enough for my life. I'm in good case.
Hey, I can't even say that. That was straight to the plan. Precept?
No, I don't have. Does anybody got a precept?
Precept?
I do.
All right.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 5, but the point is in on the right. Yeah, verse 5. It says for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, which is we at the end right now. All right, the end have been manifest that Esau, which is the Caucasian race, are the biblical Edomites. All right, and that they are the children of Esau, man, which is known as the wicked of the Bible, man. All right. Because the scripture says how you would know that you're at the end of the world, Edom will be ruling, man. The wicked.
Come on, man.
It says,
Salaki.
Salaki.
You at 2nd Ezra 9?
Yeah, starting on verse 5.
Oh, no, you got it.
Verse 6, it says, even so, the times also of the highest have planned beginning and wonders and powerful works, and ending in effects and signs.
Con, man. And what are those signs, man? He told us about them before in the book of Matthew, man. Earthquakes, wars, rumors of war, uproars of the people. Hey, most definitely those things are happening right now, man. It's no more rumors of wars. Shit, those escalations are getting to the climax of World War III, man. So shit, there's no rumors about it, man. Shit, those tensions can break off any day, but guess what? That got to come to pass first, man. Then after that, it's all hell breaking loose, man.
And it said what? Signs, right? The chariots, man. What it says when this should enter into the house of the thief. All right, you got it.
And it's Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
So we hearing about these proxy wars, all right, with these economical wars, all right, with Russia, China, this whole big fuss what's going over there in that Gulf, in that sea, where Russia keep bombing certain places.
The trade war, all right, the Suez Canal, all right, where the importing of goods come through, all right. So it's just on all levels you see the famine approaching this place, man. You know, the trade war with China and in America. You know, you can barely get shit off AliExpress, right? These so-called Jake women, they can't get their weave off of China over here in time, man. You know.
One more verse on that 24, Babakasha.
This verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
So there you go. It's going to be famine, pestilence.
Like right now, but right now you got a volcano that's supposed to be about to erupt in like the Midwest. The Yellowstone volcano or something like that.
It's a national park, but Yellowstone National Park, but it's also a super volcano. And Esau been saying at any moment that whole park can go.
Hey, but you got tourists. You got tourists, you got Jake out there, Esau, going out there, but it's really a danger zone, man. Because it explode and erupt any second at any moment, man. And you got, just slow people just want to go out there.
Yeah. And they're nice.
And also what you have happening in Seattle, and like way up in Seattle, up there, in Seattle, they have a hot pocket going on where the eastern winds are colliding with the northern winds, and it's creating a heat dome over Seattle with record temperatures like 107, 108 degrees. Like the asphalt is melting on the streets. You got tar melting off the roofs of the houses and stuff. Businesses are closing down because it's too hot, telling their employees not to come in.
So, even with the tectonic plates, they just lifted up 100 feet this morning.
Dude.
Right outside of Seattle, up there to the north and the left.
Hey,
northwest. The tectonic plates just lifted up 100 feet last night or this morning.
Wow.
So they're worried about that in the next couple of days, like what you talking about.
Hey, that's the Lord.
Both y'all, I think you have points, right? Yeah. No, you good.
Hey, that's the Lord Yahawah Bashem Yahushua moving this furniture, man. He about to come back and move it again, you know? So, hey, just like, these words is fire for y'all, like Scripture says, man. So this shit burning y'all alive. That's why y'all getting roused up, getting routed, man. Revelation 12 and 12, y'all getting ready to come down with great wrath, man. That's why Biden said what he said. If you got these E words in your family, I don't even want to say it, but, the
terrorists.
Yeah, okay, we can say it. The terrorists, all right. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it safe. Hey, report them, man. So that's how you know they getting ready to come down with that great route. Why? Because they know their time's short, man. All right.
Really quick, the United States Geological Service has just posted a code yellow, an advisory alert for 6 active volcanoes here in America. So all that.
So and you know it's even videos of chariots manipulating the volcanoes to erupt.
Wow.
Like it's a video of a chariot messing with the volcano to erupt. Right before it blew up, man. So the Lord allowed these what you say interchain of being
divine intervention.
So the Lord could use the angels to step in, man. You know, just like he have the 4 archangels holding back the destruction, the destroying wind, to go back to the brother's lesson, to hold back the destruction, man. You know, so at any given moment, the Lord can just give the go and all hell break loose, man. What happened? You had a precept?
The ball.
My bad.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
So what are some of the signs of heaven? The so-called UFOs, man, which are the chariots of the holy angels, all right? What Esau even called UFOs, man. And you have different artists of different period of time, you know, singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, you know, the other version, I can't think of it. But, hey, you know, those are signs in the heaven. And you have these heathens like Esau being dismayed, afraid of them, man. All right? And you have our people learning the ways of these heathens, thinking that they green aliens and all this other nonsense, man. But they are like men, you know, like Scripture says, man. All right? That's why they are like men. Why would the Scripture say, be aware of entertaining strangers, for some have entertaining angels unaware of, man? Because they are like men. You know, for example, a prime example, one that was entertaining an angel was Tobias, man. All right, in the book of Tobit. You know, so you have to be careful, man.
And that was Raphael again. You know, just through the spirit, he just keep being brought up. You know, because he was an angel that did that divine intervention. Not only dealt with the prayers of the Most High, but he dealt with divine intervention of taking Tobias, Tobit's son, on that journey, man, and protecting him, man. You know?
Slakia. Yahawah Shem Yahushua, he can also do the same thing today. He can give us angels around us that we can't see, and also can give us angels around us that we can see.
So
actually dealing with us, Slakia.
Hey, so we don't dash our foot up against the stone, man. You know, so we can be kept in his sheepfold. You know, those who written in the book of life, you know, Yahawah Tazah, we are part of that number.
Hey, what the brother thought y'all say, hey, Raphael, that's the angel that carried the prayers to the Lord, man. So with that being said, hey, he's going to have a part of that divine intervention as well, man. Why? Because he's going to give all those prayers up from us sighing and crying. The Lord, go hear that, like the brother say, the elder say, shit, he coming right away, man. All right, why? Because he sees his people waiting, man. We calling out to him. We tired of this shit. Real shit, man. I don't know about y'all. I know all the brothers up here tired of this shit, man. This place wicked.
And yep.
Okay, you speaking about volcanoes, tectonic plates, mudslides, you know, all these sinkholes been popping up everywhere. But with volcanoes, you get what? Earthquakes. This is Luke 21:10. Then said he unto me, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So that's the Lord. The same way he's moving the elements on the earth, he's moving the elements called people. You know, he's the one controlling all of it. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights. To see a damn volcano, that's a fearful sight. They see that joint erupt, you know, and the damn earth shaking and shit, and it spew out lava and fire and shit miles away. It says, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right, and one of those signs are what? Coronal mass ejections that cause these earthquakes and movements in the tectonic plates and volcano eruptions. You know, what they call cold fronts in the middle of damn summer. It was a cold front that hit Jacksonville last night. Yeah, I see that. But today it's a heat wave. You see that? So these are all signs in the sun and moon and stars, man, and it's affecting the earth. See that? The Lord is moving the heavens to affect the earth. All right, go ahead, brother.
Precept. This is the book of Psalms 27:5. It says, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And that's the foundation. Yahawah is the foundation, you know what I'm saying? You know, Yahawah said he's going to protect those that he loves, you know? In a time of trouble, you know, which is coming soon, you know, Jacob's trouble is getting ready to be full-fledged, you know? So who are you going to call on, you know, in a time of trouble?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy and long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveness and forgive sin and save in the time of affliction. Just to back up the brother, I'm a one, all right? Because the Lord does save in the time of affliction. And what's the major affliction that's finna come upon our people? The time of Jacob's trouble. Going into the time of the hour of temptation, man. all right, they making these decrees of these different laws that they are passing to basically not only to come at the men of the Lord, but also to bring draconian laws on the mass of the people, man. And it's going to start with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right, they already have the neighborhoods already sectioned off a certain way, so they can be able to patrol the people. All right, but it's going to become worse, man. But the Lord is going to save in the time of affliction, man. That's the time that you want to be delivered out of, in a time of affliction, in a time of distress, man. All right, because the Lord said in the Corinthians,
shit, we want the affliction to come. Right,
God.
Right. You know, that's where the Lord shows His hope and strength. His strength is made known in weakness.
Hey, when He comes, He shall find faith on the earth, man.
That's all He needs. That's all He needs to deliver us, man. He's our strength. We can be weak as hell like a worm. All we need is faith, man. All right?
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1 and 12. Unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us, they did minister the things which are now reported unto you by them that have preached the gospel unto you, with the Holy Spirit sent down from heaven, which things the angels desire to look into. So even the angels want to look look into what's going on here in this realm, in this wicked ass society, man. You know, and most importantly, they're waiting to deliver the men, women, and children that truly and sincerely believe, man. You know.
I got a precept. This is going on faith. This is Matthew chapter 9, verse 21. For she said within herself, if I may touch but his garment, I shall be whole. But Yahawah turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour, just by touching the hem of his garment, because she believed in him in so much. She had faith in him with such purity that it made her whole. And that's how we have to be upon this realm, in this earth, to have faith in Yahawah.
Because like it says in Hebrews 11 and 6, without faith it's impossible to please Yahawah, man. So that's the main thing of this truth, man. All right, we are a faith-based. This is faith-based, man. All right, because you have a lot of people, well, this and that, they always questioning things, man. It's hard for them to grasp it. It's hard for them to believe it, because basically the Lord didn't set them up with the gift of faith, man. All right, because faith is a gift, man. All right, the Lord is the one that gave us this gift of faith. So we believing in this truth. And
upon that, faith without works is dead. So in your faith, you also have to continually work to strengthen your faith. So that way, you know, you have strength.
And the thing about it, that's what makes Israel a great army. Because what did they say? Stand upon your feet and fight. But we fight on our knees. All right, because prayer is another work. Not only do we come out here and do the work of Yahawah, prophesying and preaching His word, but we also pray. And that's another action form. And we're an army that prays on their knees, because our power comes from heaven.
There was a movie, I forget the movie, but a lady told a young girl that she was going through something. She said, all you got to do is pray to the Most High. And she said, I don't know how to pray. And so knowing how to pray and knowing how to truly submit yourself and truly cry unto the Father, that's a truly powerful thing.
Because the Lord ears is open unto the righteous, man. All right, which is, I'm gonna get that scripture, because the Lord also says pray without ceasing, man. All right, and the elder of this camp, he always says, all right, that's an ongoing conversation with the Lord, man. You can't never stop having a conversation with him. This is 1 Peter, if I'm not mistaken. I always do this, man. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous. And where are the eyes of the Lord? All right, the holy angels, man. All right, they go to and forth to the heavens, giving back report unto the Father. All right, it says, for the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and His ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that doeth evil, man. So those that's being evil in this society, all right, you know, taste the rainbow, and many other things. All right, the Lord, that is evil in the sight of the Lord's eyes, man. All right, committing adultery. All right, being a spiritual adulterer by fornicating with these other gods. All right, and praying to him, that is evil. So his face is against you. But turning unto the Lord truly and repenting back. All right, call on the name of Yahawah and Yahawah Shai. All right, he's going to begin to hear your prayers, man. He's going to begin to clean your ways. You got it.
This is to back up the brother. This is Psalms 34 in verse 1. I will bless thee, the Lord, at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together, because his name is important. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. You know, because the Lord don't give his elect the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And that just come back to the importance of prayer, all right? Just highlighting that. And what the brother brought out is how it's important to pray, you know?
This is Psalms 37:17. For the
You got it. Bring your prints out until you find it.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 12. It says, "Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee." So like the brothers was speaking on, they were saying that, you know, if you turn to Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, you'll be able to, you know, find salvation, man. You know, turn from your sins, man. Turn from your wicked ways, man. You know. But it says what? Turn to the stronghold. That's our strength, you know. Our powers is our strength, you know. The pavilion, you know what I'm saying? The tower of safety, man. You know.
This is Judah chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 11. It's Judah chapter 9, verse 11. It says, "For thy power standeth not in the multitude, nor thy might in strong men, for thou art a God of the afflicted, and helper of the oppressed, and upholder of the weak, a protector of the forlorn, a savior of them that are without hope." Oh, Con, I'm about to keep going. But yeah, man, you know, once again, the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai close to the ones of a broken spirit and a contrite heart, man. Those of the lower state, man. You know, we're down here, like you said, he know our poverty, but thou art rich, man. How are we rich? Through the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai has given us, man. All right?
I got interjection for you.
Con, you got it.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 12. "I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai." So that basically, you know what I'm saying, those are the ones that are going to have their hope and trust in Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai and believing on him. And they're going to trust in the name. Name, that's the foundation of our hope, is the name of Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai.
Hey, this is I'll pick back up from verse 12. It says, I pray thee, O Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai, my Father, and God of the inheritance of Israel, Lord of the heavens and earth, creator of the waters, King of every creature, hear thou my prayer, and make my speech and deceit to be their wound, and strike who have proposed cruel things against thy covenant and thy hallowed house, and against the top of Zion, and against the house of the possession of thy children. Who that's going to be today, man? Esau, man. Also 2/3 of our people. Why? Because they're falling up under the father, the devil, even though that's scripture for Esau as well, man. But hey, Job 9:24 says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, man. You know, they basically going against the house of the Lord, Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai, constantly going against 2/3 of our people, constantly crucifying the Lord afresh to this day. Why? Because they want to follow after Esau. You know what I'm saying? Why they want to follow sweet baby Zeus? You know, whatever the case may be, man. You know. All right. Verse 14 of Judah chapter 9. It says, and make every nation and tribe to acknowledge that thou art the God of all power and might, and that there is none other that protecteth the people of Israel but thou. So come, man, we got the most ultimate power, man. Like the brother was speaking on, hey, we're not warriors of pretty much sword and shield. We're warriors of getting on our knees praying to the Lord, Yahawah, man. Why? Because we don't do that first and foremost. Shit. What is the help of that shield? What is the help of that sword? Why? Because he's hey, what scripture say? He teaches our fingers to war. He teaches our hands to war, man. So, hey, we should most definitely pray because, hey, you never know what different skills he's going to give us in that time of war, man. You know? So it's most definitely good to pray, man. You always got to pray. Why? Because that's the one who directed the steps. You never know what your next move is going to be, man.
Precept. This Psalms 34:6. The poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them.
God. Hey, one of my favorite scriptures, man. They always talking about the president always got a drone over them for protection at all times. Hey, so what more for the Lord with this man? You know, hey, the angels of the Lord is thousands and thousands, man. 10,000s and 10,000s, you know. So with that being said, hey, one drone compared to thousands, millions of chariots, man, it's nothing, man. You know, the Lord Yahawah, he said the angels of the Lord encampeth around about them, those that fear him. Angels is plural, man. So then with one drone, hey, what more for us that fear the Lord, man? We got the most ultimate protection out here.
That chariot that they saw off the coast of Jacksonville, that probably was an angel watching over one of the brothers here, man. Not possibly was, man. Just say that, you know, just saying it in faith. Because, hey, man, these chariots that you see popping up while brothers teaching or while, you know, brothers throughout their day, that's the Lord looking over us, man, through the angels, man.
God. Just like how the angel showed up to Daniel and told and explained the vision to Daniel, and he was explaining. He said, "I would have been here sooner, but I was kept, and the angel Michael had to come help me." And then he went on to say, "Now I must help the Grecians take over the Persians." So the angels are always in the midst of us, man, at all times. He said, "Be aware, you might because some have entertained angels unawares, man."
Gone.
Yep. So that don't mean they look like monsters, man. They look like men. You know, look like men, man. White woolly beards, man.
This is Isaiah 57:13. When thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee, but the wind shall carry them all away. Vanity shall take them, but he that putteth trust in me shall possess the land and shall inherit my holy mountain.
No. So he that trusts in the Lord, Yahawah, is going to possess the land. What land? The land of Israel, man. All right, the Lord said he's going to give us a iron. We're going to rule the nation with a. Let me get it. I want to read it. All right. This is Revelations chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast until I come, and he that overcome and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of a potter, shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. So what? The Lord gonna give us a rod of iron, all right, to break these nations, man. All right.
This is in the kingdom. Now you see how like Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, he'll show you all his cars. We only gonna need one. We're gonna have a chariot. And our garage is gonna be over the house.
All
we ain't
terrain.
gonna need to put it in the house, huh?
All terrain.
All terrain. Right. Let me get it real quick. It says, Isaiah 4:2. In that day shall the branch of Yahawah be beautiful. See, once we get beautified in the kingdom, get our new bodies, all right, according to what's New Jerusalem, all right. And in that day shall the branch of Yahawah be beautiful and glorious. So we're gonna be glorified. And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. So we're gonna be the ones that are escaped from what?
Said perils.
The said perils. But what is that? That's what the word salvation means, to be pulled out of the way of danger. You know what I mean? And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion, so the elect, and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy. Even every one. Oh, here you go, my bad. Even every one. I'm gonna skip down and get to the point. There you go, verse 5. And the Lord No, it's a big chunk. I don't want to read that much. Right. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion. So every one of our houses in the kingdom. And upon her assemblies. So wherever we gathered at. So wherever we're at, you're going to see the chariots.
Hey, it's just like in Ezekiel. Gone.
That's right.
Wherever that,
Not good.
wherever the spirit goes, the chariot follows.
And Yahawah will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies a cloud and a smoke by day and a shining of a flaming fire by night, just like the chariot that led us out of Egypt. For upon all the glory shall be a defense. So wherever we are, the glory represents the kingdom. So wherever we're at, there's going to be a defense over you, even though you're going to be a defense yourself. You know, you're going to be a police officer for the Lord. But you're going to still have a defense over you. The Lord going to still have you covered with the angels.
Wow.
So y'all little drone can't equate to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's chariots, man. What he got for us, man. You know,
right,
so
man. They're super soldiers.
we the true presidents.
they're super soldiers that are trying to do it in the lab.
Oh yeah, con.
Animal hybrid, animal-human hybrid. Shit, they passed a law to allow gene splicing, human and animal gene splicing inside their labs. That's just another abomination that they're going to try to push forth upon this earth.
And that's also showing, once again, Esau trying to be like Yahawah, man. Trying to oppose himself to being Yahawah, you know, being God, man. By having these wicked laboratories on their Bill Nye the Science Guy type of spirit, to try to manipulate things to try to bring abomination forth, man. All right, they making clones and so forth, man. But that's not gonna do nothing, man. That's why the Lord gotta wipe this place out, man.
Yep. All their imaginations are vain.
God.
Yep. So, any more precepts? We're gonna wrap it up to you.
1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 9. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces.
There you go. And who is our main top adversary? All right, Esau, man. Starting with Amalek, man. All right. So they are our main adversary, man. And he says what? The Lord is going to break them to pieces, man.
Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth. And he shall give strength unto his king and exalt the horn of his anointed.
Come on, man. So there you go. He's going to exalt the horn of his anointed, man. And the Lord is anointed is the children of Israel, starting with the elect, man.
God.
This is Psalms chapter. This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 9.
No, I'm saying you got one, right? Oh, come on, bring it up.
This is Psalms 27 and 1. It says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" And I'm gonna skip down to verse 3. It says, though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. So I was bringing that out because, you know, in due time, you know, martial law is gonna get ready to come into play, man. You know, it's gonna be many different, you know, adversaries, different spirits after us. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go against us, man. But who are we to fear? It's Yahawah Bashim Yahweh and not man. God. You know, they are our strength and our hope and our salvation, man. So, you know, when that time do come, man, we're gonna be confident. We're gonna be confident in our powers that they're gonna protect us, you know, out of trouble, man.
Hey, we confident now.
Hey, we gonna laugh in that day, man. As the scriptures say, man. You know, in famine, we gonna laugh, man. Come on, you know.
Yeah, it says that when death and destruction, we should laugh. Yeah. So when we see the storms, the hurricanes, we be laughing, man.
Come on. And you can bring that first verse out that you brought up before. The Lord is with me, who shall I fear but Bakashah? Because like earlier before, the brother Thanyala brought out earlier, man. Hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh didn't give us the spirit of fear. And just like the brother One just said, man, hey, they getting ready to come with the martial law, and just something about that, these damn red monkeys coming in our house don't sit right with me, man. You know, so hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, hey, that divine intervention is gonna have to be brought out, man.
What did he say? When the enemy shall come in as a flood, the Lord shall lift up a standard against them.
Come.
So they can bring them flooded troops. That's when we gonna power up.
Come.
Super Saiyan.
This This is Psalms 27 and 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?
So all that y'all trying to pump into the media, man, we don't worry about that, man. Cause hey, if the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yah on our side, we don't give a damn who can be against us, man. Why? Because we got the ultimate power backing us, man. No ifs and buts about it.
Cause y'all just clay. You know?
Precept. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8 and 33. When thy people Israel be smitten down before the enemy, because they have sinned against thee, and shall turn again to thee, and confess thy name, and pray, and make supplication unto thee in this house, then hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy people Israel, and bring them again unto the land which thou gavest unto their fathers. You know, so once you acknowledge your offense and you humble down and understand that you sinned against the Lord and return back to him, all right, and confess his name, right, and pray and make supplications, right, seek him 10 times more, then he's gonna hear you, man. You know, and then prophecy go move, and we gonna be almost up out of here, man. The elect gonna be sealed, and then it'll be time for the angels to show up and show out, man, to do what they gotta do.
The same way Yahawah heard Ezekiel, the same way Yahawah heard Jonah, heard Samson,
David,
Joshua, David, the same way he heard all those in the days of old, he's also going to hear us in today's time.
Shit, even with King Hezekiah, all right, the angel slew Sennacherib's soldiers. Was 185,000 of his soldiers was dead, man. All right, the angel came and slew them, man, because he had faith, man. He prayed unto the Lord, and the Lord like, I got you. You know, and had Sennacherib's own son slew him, and his own idol fell upon him. So, hey, man, the Lord he's bad, man. He's a man of war.
Gone.
That was it.
This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 9. It says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous power, Yahawah tried the hearts and reins. So it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. So there's a stopping point for HR 7 stuff, i.e. Esau, to stop his wickedness. The Most High is going to cut that off, and he's going to establish the just. He's going to establish righteousness on this planet. And it is the Most High who tried your thoughts and your hearts to see if you are of him and for him. And we already know that Esau, he is not for the Lord. Hell, 2/3 of our people ain't. But the underlying point is let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. And the Most High going to put the kibosh on all this tomfoolery that's going on around the four corners of the earth pertaining to Esau.
Con. Hey, Chef and bridal stuff, however you say that, man. Hey, because it's a wrap with y'all, man. You know, Esau, your kingdom is coming to an end. It's at the end. We waiting for the wrap up now, man.
I got one. This is Psalms chapter 118, 118, verse 10. All nations compass me about, but in the name of the Lord will I destroy them. They compass me about like bees. They are quenched as the fire of thorns. For in the name of the Lord I will destroy them.
Con, just like the brother said earlier, man. When the enemy shall come rushing in like a flood, you can be covering us like bees. We don't give a damn, man. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai didn't give us a spirit of fear. So guess what? We gonna stand 10 toes right when there when y'all do come. Because if you wouldn't be here if it was of our father, man. If it wasn't for our father Yahweh. So hey, shit, he not gonna give us nothing we ain't prepared for, man.
That's that I can, I will spirit. I can and I will.
And also, you come to me like bees, call me Candyman, because I'm going to go ballistic.
Shit, call me the beekeeper, because we gonna bring the smoke.
Right.
Come on, man. Any more precepts? Come on, man. So with that being said, once again, we want to give all praises to Yahawah Bashim Yahushai and his proper two names in the Hebrew tongue. Call, Halayim, La, Yahawah, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Also to ours as well down here in the Lions Den of Yasharala camp. Shalom, man. Keep pushing. We almost out of here.
Shalom.
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 In peace.
Make sure y'all throw away your trash.
Stop.
Well, you give me the bottle of water, you didn't open it, I had to go thirsty.